Uh, what's cracking? Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. In YouTube Landia. Salute to everybody out there in YouTube Landia. Got a great show for you guys tonight, man. Um, great show. Great show for you guys tonight. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. You heard me? Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Please smash that like button, man. Please smash that like button for a brother, for a player. Please smash that like button for a player. Please hit that like button for a player. And if you want Kick or X, man, make sure you also hit that like button for a player. If you I'm about to switch this. I got this daggone thing over my. I got the. There we go. There we go. What it do? Some things never change.
Police have made an arrest in that deadly road rage shooting. Cops say the suspect shot and killed Keno Campbell after a fender bender in the Eastchester section on Saturday. But Campbell's family believes there is more to this story. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live with our lead story here at 5. Stefan?
Well, Mike and Sade, Keno Campbell joined the Navy to serve his country. His family says he was a calm person, someone who you could always reason with, someone who was quick to say sorry. So to hear that he was shot 3 times in his chest and killed over a road rage incident, that to them doesn't make any sense.
He was supposed to come and see me the next day. And he said that, all right, I'm going to come and see you tomorrow. Then I could cook him some oxtail.
Suzette Thomas says her son was her voice of reason. Left today, searching for a reason why. Left today, clutching a Mother's Day gift from him when she'd rather be holding him instead.
My son gave me this when he went away to the Navy to let me know that he misses me and loves me for Mother's Day. And my last Mother's Day I just spent with him. I will never have another one back. So at least I have this I can look at each time and just read the words he left behind for me.
Police say 27-year-old Keno Campbell was shot 3 times in his chest early Saturday morning at the intersection of Gibbon and Palmer Avenues in the Bronx. He was found sitting in his Infiniti sedan. Investigators believe it was the result of road rage. His family says he had gotten into a fender bender, wanted to resolve the matter through insurance. The suspect demanded money, then shot him. Campbell was set.
The suspect demanded cash. Like, yo, if you ain't got the money, I'm killing you. You better have cash on you. This ain't even a cash society. God damn, bro. We not even living in the cash world, man. People don't even carry cash no more. Damn. Probably was a black guy that killed him too, man. Like, yo, pay for this shit now. I'm gonna give an estimate, even though I'm not a mechanic. I'm gonna give you an estimate. It's first off, it's your fault. I declare it's your fault. I'm gonna give you an estimate, and I want the money right this second, or I'm gonna kill you. And they say white people are rough, man. They say white people are bad. I don't see white people doing shit like that to black people, man. I don't see white people doing stuff like that to black people. God damn. It's your fault. I estimate that the damages are $500. Pay me now or I'll kill you. Jesus. Man. Black folk, woo. The game y'all run on America is y'all. And y'all still running it because black fatigue is over. Y'all still running that shit. Jesus Christ, y'all running. Y'all some smooth operators, man, running this game on America. That y'all some big victims and shit. Give me the money. Pay me the money right now. I quote this damages at $1,100. Pay me this second or I'm going to kill you. Do you have the cash on you? No. Bam. Niggas is rough, Jack. Woo. And they always talk about somebody else, always whining about somebody else, always lying on them, projecting on somebody else. Man, these people around there, man, shit, man, the white man, they impressing us, man. Shit, you get in a fender bender with a nigga, that shit gonna go south quick.
Year-old Keno Campbell was shot 3 times in his chest early Saturday morning at the intersection of Gibbon and Palmer Avenues in the Bronx. He was found sitting in his Infiniti sedan. Investigators believe it was the result of road rage. His family says he had gotten into a fender bender, wanted to resolve the matter through insurance. The suspect demanded money, then shot him. Campbell was set to go back to school this fall to become a mechanical engineer. His dream was to open his own business so he could take care of his family.
Keno was respectable. He was decent. He was honest. He was kind. He was loving. Generous.
A comedian.
Doesn't like confrontation. Doesn't like arguments. Always very peaceful. I've never heard him argue with anyone. Never heard him yell at anyone. But to hear someone took him for nothing, that's unimaginable. It's unthinkable. And we can't understand it.
Now, police arrested 20-year-old Michael Aracena from the Upper West Side early this morning.
Michael Aracena. It might have been an Ombrito, man. Michael Aracena, 20 years old.
He has been charged with murder, and he's now in court waiting to be arraigned. Reporting live in the...
Michael Aracena. He might have been an Ombrito, man. Them Ombritos be taking you brothers out a lot lately, man. Shout out to Tory Lanez, man. How Tory Lanez doing, man? Jeez. Damn. Whack that brother, man. Whew.
We also have breaking news for you at this hour. Memphis police are looking for a 12-year-old boy who walked away from a home earlier today. This is a picture. DeCavius Reed. He was last seen leaving his home on Mediterranean Drive this afternoon.
Anybody seen DeCavius, man? Press 1 if you've seen DeCavius, man. We need to get him back to his family, man. Has anybody seen DeCavius? DeCavius. Has anybody seen DeCavius?
He's about 5'5". He has an afro. Was last seen wearing a white T-shirt, black shorts, and black slides. If you have seen this young man, again, call Memphis Police.
A young man like that to make it, and
said check the library. Check the library. All right, I'll tell him. Check the library.
To be snuffed out after he'd have made it, it's just a tough thing to deal with.
Developing right now, Memphis police are looking for 2 suspects in the death of a local business owner. Shanton Cobb was shot and killed at his auto body shop on Winchester Road this afternoon. Another person was hit by a bullet as well, but she's expected to be okay.
Fox 13's Jack Bill, you joins us live at MPD's Mount Moriah precinct. Jack, so what can you tell us about what happened?
Well, Darcy, Shanton Cobb's friends, family, and employees are heartbroken by what happened. And tonight, they're asking why he was gunned down while just doing his job.
There were 2 victims on the scene. One was pronounced deceased on the scene. One was transported to Regional 1, non-critical.
Memphis police told Fox 13 the shooting happened just after 2 p.m. They say 2 men were spotted running away from MTA Auto Shop on Winchester Road. Loved ones identified the victim as Shanton Cobb, the auto shop's owner.
I'm hoping like hell they catch him, yeah.
Snitch. Man, let the streets handle it, man. Let Shanton Cobb's people come back and try to murder the people that murdered him, man. Why you going to get the police involved, brother? Sell out. We handle this stuff in the street, man. We black.
Like hell they catch him, yeah, because it's unnecessary, you know.
Walter Wilkins says he and Cobb knew each other for years. He started getting calls from mutual friends and coworkers that something had happened. So he headed to Cobb's store to find it surrounded by squad cars and yellow tape.
He was like a son of mine. That's what everybody called him, my son, you know. And we worked for about 20 years together. Great guy, good worker, and he was learning from the old man. Yeah. I taught him a lot. So.
Wilkins says Cobb was a loving father and owned 2 stores. He says he'd been working hard for years and is just sad his friend was killed before he got to sit back and enjoy all the fruits of his labors.
It's an emptiness, man. It's an emptiness, yeah. It hurts.
Investigators said their first step would be to interview that surviving victim. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Darcy?
That is Fox 13's Jack Bill. You're reporting live tonight. Thank you, Jack.
Jeez. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button. Smash that like button for a player. You feel me?
We're learning a lot more about the man accused of killing his neighbor and her son in an argument over trash in Henderson.
CBS 17's Baron James has been speaking with the neighbors. He joins us live from Maple Street where this all happened. Baron.
Niggas kill you over trash. God, dog.
Yeah, Angela and Rod, family, friends, and neighbors all tell me that, ironically, Teresa Davis had just moved out of this old house to start a new life in Lewisburg, living with her son, Joseph Jeffries Jr., when tragically they both lost their lives, gunned down, one here in this driveway, the other here in the street in a car between the victim's old home and the suspect's house. Take a look at this. This is about happening on Sunday, and Teresa Davis was shot to death. Her family tells me right in front of her 3 grandchildren and their mom as they sat in the car in front of the 63-year-old grandmother's house, which she had dropped by on Sunday to clear things out. Just before Davis was shot, neighbors and family members tell us her 26-year-old son, Joseph Jeffries Jr., was shot and killed with his own gun by suspect Michael Wright's home. They tell us Jeffrey confronted Wright about several garbage bags thrown in his mom's front yard. The Granville.
Oh, he confronted Wright. Oh, wow. This story took a twist. This took a twist.
His own gun at suspect Jeffries Jr. was shot and killed with his own gun by suspect Michael Wright's home. They tell us Jeffrey confronted Wright about several garbage bags thrown in his mom's front yard. The Granville County Sheriff arrested the 41-year-old Wright this morning, charging him with killing a mother and her son on Father's Day, leaving 3 young children, all under age 6, fatherless.
That's so heartbreaking. But for her kids, the grandkids, to be in the car and his kids, to see their daddy and their grandmother get killed, that it was over trash. Over some freaking trash. This woman is gone. This boy is gone over some trash.
So this is the suspect. He's smiling. That might be an old mugshot. I don't know. Maybe this mugshot. Who knows? But if you smiling in any mugshot, you're a little bit off. I don't care if you get picked up for shoplifting. And when they confronted this guy see me, man, I get it, man. Trust me, I get it. I get it. It's the little things, stuff like that, respect and things like that. I understand, man. This unfortunately ran into a dude that took your gun and killed you and your mama with it. Whew.
Tonight, Michael Wright is locked up in the Granville County Detention Center on no bond ahead of his first appearance, adding to his long criminal rap sheet, which also includes, according to public records, nearly 11 years spent in prison for the murder of his uncle. And his
he murdered his uncle. This guy murdered his uncle. And now he did 11 years for murdering his uncle. Now he done killed his neighbor and her son. Oh. Woo. Woo. Yeah, he's gonna try to say self-defense. Definitely. He definitely gonna say self-defense. Hey, everybody, hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button for a player, man. Smash that like button for a player. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whew. Jeez. That's crazy.
We begin with the search for a brazen suspect in a robbery near Drexel University's campus. Police are looking for the man who tried robbing a woman at knife point.
Yeah, it happened as the victim was walking her dog late at night. The incident shattering the sense of safety for Drexel students. Action News' Walter Perez joining us live in University City today with new surveillance images in this case. Walter.
That's right, Brian and Sarah. A truly disturbing crime here. Fortunately, neither the victim nor the dog were injured, but investigators are eager to get this man off the streets as quickly as possible. Investigators believe this man, recorded on these surveillance images, is behind a terrifying incident in which he allegedly tried to steal someone's dog at knife point just off the campus of Drexel University.
It's scary. I have a dog, and I walk him in this neighborhood. I refuse to walk him at night just for things like this unless I'm...
Shout out to Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Philly.
Things like this unless I'm with someone.
Investigators say it happened earlier this month when a man approached a young woman walking her dog around 10 o'clock at night along the 3200 block of Powelton Avenue. The man then reportedly pulled out a knife and then tried taking the victim's dog. The 24-year-old woman started yelling for help.
Okay, something. Not bad. Maybe Philly women. Maybe you got to look at Philly women from behind, man. That's probably what it is. Got to catch them from behind.
The 24-year-old woman started yelling for help, and after a brief struggle, the suspect ran away. That suspect remains on the loose tonight and is to be considered armed and dangerous. We spoke with Drexel students who live nearby. They say this is a prime example of why, lately, it's difficult to feel safe in any section of.
You said UPenn got girls? That's because they not from Philly. They from somewhere else, and they just go to UPenn for college. That's probably why UPenn got girls.
The city.
Sometimes I walk around by myself. I'm also a mom, so it's kind of scary to think like you're just out and about and people don't really take into consideration about your personal well-being.
It's Philadelphia, so I can believe most things that happen. So it's not surprising that happens, but it's scary that it happens in a place with a bunch of college students.
And again, there's incidents, but never one where someone's trying to steal a dog. As a pet owner, that's pretty terrifying.
Now, as you can see, that man was wearing a very distinct outfit, from his orange sneakers to his large brimmed hat to his Drexel Medical School sweatshirt. If you have any information that can help investigators, please contact Southwest Detectives. Reporting live from University City, Walter Perez, Channel 6, Action News.
Wow. Wow.
Philadelphia police are trying to track down the suspects they've now linked to at least 9 burglaries. Investigators released this video today showing the thieves at work. Police say they entered through a wall in a few of the break-ins and even fell through a ceiling in one. It's Monday night. Rick is off. Gray Hall is joining us. The big story on Action News is a string of burglaries at stores across West Philadelphia.
Yep, police say that these burglaries began last November. The most recent one was just last month.
Action News reporter John Paul live for us now at Southwest Detectives in West Philadelphia with the full story. John.
Shari, a lot of these burglaries happen within just blocks of where I'm standing here. Southwest Detectives, they followed a similar pattern. People breaking in, going after the ATM, sometimes even pouring bleach on things to cover their tracks. Watch the top center of your screen as ceiling tiles crash to the ground. Then watch as a man leaps down and starts ransacking Beauty Point on Lancaster Avenue, May 17th. Another angle shows a second man in the store in the early morning hours. The two got away with thousands of dollars from an ATM and merchandise. Today, I talked to employees at the store. They didn't want to go on camera, but shared these pictures showing how the two men got inside. They broke in through the roof of the building, leaving behind significant damage, and disabled the surveillance system. The same thing happened just weeks earlier, 2 doors down. On April 29th, 2 men hit Blue Bee Soul, spending hours inside after disabling the surveillance system. Police released this video of the suspects walking out with shopping carts, stealing thousands in cash and merchandise. Today, we've learned these could be part of a bigger pattern throughout West Philadelphia. Police believe the same men are behind burglaries at 9 locations, most within just blocks of each other. On December 19th, you see the same men prying open the door of Easy Laundry on Market Street, again going after the ATM. On March 23rd, extra storage space on Sansom was the target. Police say the duo broke in through an exterior wall to get inside before cutting the power and getting away with cash and tools. Here's video from April 22nd. The two men broke into Philly Laundry. Police say the two cut the rear door in half to get inside. They also damaged the ceiling to disable the security system before going after the ATM. Now, Shari, police say these two got away with tens of thousands of dollars in cash. They put that video out hoping somebody might recognize them. If they do, police are asking them to give them a call. We're live tonight in West Philadelphia. John Paul, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
All right, let's hope the video helps. John, thanks.
Police tell 11 News the victim is in critical condition. Neighbors say that there have been a number of loud parties at the house, and this time, when they heard the gunfire, they ducked because of flying bullets. In Baltimore County's Pikesville community, detectives with the Violent Crimes Unit went door to door Monday trying to find witnesses and information.
Hey, do we have any moderators in the house, man? You got any moderators in the building, man? Mods, we need you to do your job, man. We need the mods to do their job.
That could help. This time, when they heard the gunfire, they ducked because of flying bullets. In Baltimore County's Pikesville community, detectives with the Violent Crimes Unit went door to door Monday trying to find witnesses and information that could help their investigation.
It's like TV. I mean, you're sitting there, nothing's going on, and suddenly you hear what has to be 3 shots.
Neighbors on Streamwood Drive say it started with a loud party and ended with a 23-year-old man shot multiple times.
I was watching TV in the kitchen, and I heard 3 shots. First 2 shots, and half a second pause, and then another shot.
And we hear all this bang, bang, bang. And the people ducked, laid on the floor and all, right? And what was going on, the motion started there first. With all this commotion and arguing and fussing. And the guy was saying, oh, you ain't gonna do this to me and all that.
Neighbors say they immediately called 911. The victim was taken to the hospital.
We knew it was a gunfire because it ain't the 4th of July yet, nothing like that. So we knew. So one thing we said, oh, Lord, somebody got shot. And we just dropped to the floor, laid on the floor, and hoping that nothing hit us, straight bullets. Bullets don't have no eyes, so you don't know what's going to happen. So we were, afraid, and it's just panic. We senior citizens, we want that kind of nonsense and that danger.
Neighbors tell us they've had other problems with weekend parties at the house.
And it's terrible. It's disrespectful for the neighbors, the older neighbors. They can't park their cars in the driveway or in the streets. They block it. And the profanity, the trash in the streets and all.
And Metro Crime Stop.
Who does this sound like, man? Who does this sound like?
The house.
And it's terrible. It's disrespectful for the neighbors, the older neighbors. They can't park their cars in the driveway or in the streets. They block it. And the profanity, the trash in the streets and all.
And Metro House.
And it's terrible. It's disrespectful for the neighbors, the older neighbors. They can't park their cars in the driveway or in the streets. They block it. And the profanity, the trash in the streets and all.
And Metro Crime Stoppers is offering a reward of up to $2,000 for information on this shooting. Reporting from Towson, Barry Sims, WBAL TV, 11 News.
Man. Short-term rentals, man. We won't get to the story. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna get to the main event soon, man. I put the link in the description box so you guys can check it out. The video of the elderly man getting his brains beat in salute to everybody watching on X. Everybody on X, man, hit the thumbs up button. Follow me on X. Everybody watching on Kick. Everybody on YouTube, man. You can take the $5 challenge. You can support the channel if you want. We need some sponsors for the show, man. Maybe you guys can sponsor the show. Very violent night, man, for a Monday, man. Jeez. They getting it in, man, here on Monday.
Alrighty, is everybody ready? Yes, okay. So good afternoon, everyone. We're just here to give an update on the incident that occurred last night on Luther, the 5900 block of Luther. So just before midnight last night, there was a large party.
Yo, Miss Piggy, yo. Why does she look like that, man? You got some money, girl. You get a nose job, man. You don't want to go under. You scared of needles or something. Jesus Christ. Look at that schnauzer on her, man. Look at that schnauzer, man. Fucking Miss Piggy and shit, man. Let's just see the short story.
I'm Maya Lockett in Cleveland Heights, where a community is shaken up after witnessing an incident that led to the death of a 42-year-old woman.
Help.
James Means was laying on his couch when he heard a woman yelling for help.
I came out my door and I looked out, leaned out, and I seen the lady right there.
2 doors down, the lady was screaming out that she was stabbed. So Means called out to his wife to come look at the events unfolding in front of him.
Instantly, my concern was the young lady who was saying, please help, because she was sitting in the middle of the yard. And so my husband was calling the police to get them here.
And then a gunshot went off.
Certain people started running. We stayed in. Then we come out and I called the police. And I told them, y'all have a unit out here, but that one unit out here by himself. Can you please hurry up and get you a couple more units out here?
According to Cleveland Heights police, around 2:21 p.m., they responded to a call of a female who had been stabbed in the eye, followed by reports of gunshots. When police arrived, they found 3 injured females who were all transported to the hospital for critical injuries.
He snatched the gun from her or whatever them got popped off. So he came to the car. I seen him come to the car. He had the pistol in his hand. Disarm it, put it in his vehicle, and went back. I don't know what happened after that, but that's the hero right there.
Both James and his wife says the shooting hit too close to home, and it has left them concerned for their family's safety, especially their disabled daughter.
We see him right here, that close, and my...
That's okay. That's okay. No.
Excuse me, because I lost a father, so it bothered me. So,
And it's Father's Day over and stuff like that, so that's a little much.
and we said we got to disable, and that could have went through her window or a wall.
A preliminary investigation revealed all 3 females were involved in an altercation that started inside of the home.
You wouldn't have thought nothing would have took place after Father's Day. Everybody was enjoying themselves. Family was out yesterday. It wasn't no issues, no problems, and then this.
Cleveland Heights police were later informed that one of the females, who was 42 years old, passed away from her injuries.
Wow.
The Cleveland Heights Police Department said they are currently not looking for any suspects. Reporting in Cleveland Heights, Maya Lockett, News 5.
Jeez. Jeez. Rough Monday, man.
An Akron family is mourning the death of a 15-year-old killed in a shooting that happened Friday evening. Police have not arrested anyone in this case or publicly said who could be behind it.
News 5's Clay Lepard spoke with the teenager's family and learned their
plenty that they're still trying to figure out.
There's no police tape, no visible reminders of what happened here in Akron along South Rhodes Avenue Friday evening at around 5:30 when a 15-year-old was shot and killed.
The shots were pretty close. They sounded like they was behind my house.
Fortunately, we've seen quite a bit of gun violence in particular in our community amongst youth, teenagers, and young people.
But ask the family of the now identified Javion Ford, including the 3 generations of loved ones we spoke with. And
this is the 3 generations of loved ones. And salute to them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, look, ain't shit you can do, man. Sometimes, man, it's no solution. You live where you live. But it's all women. It's all women. Shout out to the sister with the dreads, man. She the only one that got her real hair, but salute to her, man. Javion. He looked like he was out there.
But ask the family of the now identified Javion Ford, including the 3 generations of loved ones we spoke with. And there's no way they're going to forget how that teenager made them feel.
Javion he was an outgoing, loving person.
His grandmother, Cheryl Skipper.
What we all do know is that he did love us, and he's going to make sure he tells you that every time he talks to you.
The family now working to raise money for a funeral they never thought would happen.
$836. And listen, man, this happens so frequently, as you can see. People gravitate to things that catch your attention, like Carmelo Anthony, or different things like that. Daniel Penny. A 15-year-old nigga getting killed in Blackistan. That shit happened like 10 times a night. A lot of competition, man. Even if you wanted to donate to one each night, even if you wanted to donate to a dead nigga each night, that shit like a fucking menu at a goddamn Chinese restaurant and shit. You gotta look through that shit and figure out which one. Salute to my man Eric Boatwright, the first sponsor of the night. Shout out to Eric Boatwright, man. He says, what's up? I don't know if you consume any other CC content from other YouTubers, but she has so many black fans, male and female. All they say in the media is fewer fans are racist. Also, 3 threes in 38 seconds is nasty. Yeah, I watch everybody, man. I watch as much as I can, man. I watch a lot of the ones that you probably watch. The ones in my algorithm. All of them, man. I've been watching black and white sports though for years, even before CC, but all the ones that came up when CC hit the scene, most of them are black. The majority of them are black. It's a couple white ones. You got Mick, CDS. You got a couple white ones. Mark and Rob, Sports Showdown. But yeah, most of them are black, man. Yeah. Most of them are black. salute to Eric Boat, right? Yeah, man. And if you wanna consume the Caitlyn content, man, make sure you subscribe to Ock Nation TV. The link is in the description box. Ock Nation TV. Link in the description box. We cover the WNBA, women's basketball. Okay? Salute, man. Salute to Eric, man. Eric's in the building. Yeah, I watch all them guys, man. All the brothers, man. All the brothers.
Still unaware of what exactly did happen.
Just got caught in the crossfire. I don't know exactly what happened, but that's all I was told.
Heartbreaking to see someone so young with so much life ahead of him.
Akron police not publicly releasing any information about those who could be.
Yo, that fucking concrete got a mean afro. I need to take that concrete to the goddamn. My shit in front of my house, it gets like that sometimes. I pour vinegar on it, man. If you pour vinegar on that, that shit will die. All that will die if you pour vinegar on it. Or you can go get some weed killer from the Home Depot or Lowe's. Spray it on there. But vinegar works just as fine. Kill all that. All that'll turn brown. And then you can just hit it with the weed whacker.
Information about those who could be behind it or exactly how it went down, but saying, quote, "We will not rest until we have answers."
It'll bring a lot of closure to me and all of our family, his mom and everybody.
If you have any information about what happened here, you're asked to reach out.
Yo, dude, calm down, man. Where the fuck they find this guy? Where did they find this guy? He don't even look like a news reporter. He looked like he hit the news reporter upside the head and dragged him over in the bushes. And then just came out and started doing the news. Where's the real newsman at, man? What you do with him?
If you have any information about what happened here, you're asked to reach out to the Akron Police Department or Summit County Crime Stoppers. That number is 330-434-COPS in Akron. Clay Lepard, News 5.
Man. Back to Cleveland.
We gotta get out of here.
Terrifying moments caught on a 911 call just hours ago. Multiple people were shot, one killed.
All right, let's get out to News 5's Nadine Abusada, who is live for us this morning. Nadine, what are we learning this morning?
We know that it was a very busy morning for EMS and police. You guys just heard that 911 phone call. 2 shootings within a span of an hour, leaving 2 people dead and multiple injured. But as of right now, what we know is that they are not connected. We're going to start with the one off of Luther Avenue. This is the one that we were at just about an hour ago as officers were tearing down the caution tape and the fire department arrived to hose down the scene. They tell us that it was a little after midnight off of East 59th Street and Luther Avenue when gunfire erupted. A 25-year-old man was found dead on the sidewalk. 3 others are also in serious condition. That's a 19-year-old woman, a 32-year-old man, and a 27-year-old woman. They were all transported to UH. Video shows about 100 evidence markers on the ground, with police collecting at least 70 shell casings. You'll also notice numerous party cups visible, suggesting that a party may have been underway when the shots were fired, but it doesn't look like it was at a specific house. Our overnight news tracker reported seeing 50 to 100 people running from the area when he arrived. Now here's a 911 call the News 5 obtained from a witness. Take a listen.
Okay, wait, y'all. We need the ambulance. My sister got shot.
What city?
Cleveland, Ohio.
911, 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911. 911.
To the next shooting. This one occurred around 1 a.m. near Park Gate Avenue. A 34-year-old man was found dead, shot in the neck, and details in the second incident are still limited. Again, I'm going to remind you guys that as of right now, what we know, these shootings are not connected, but they did happen within the same hour. And as you heard on that 911 call, very emotional. I mean, anytime someone is shot or someone is killed. But as we learn more information, because details are still few, we will make sure to update you on our website at news5cleveland.com and live.
Damn, that Cleveland area is very violent, man. Cleveland Heights, Akron, Cleveland, very violent area, man. Salute to Bailar con Latinas. Says, what makes you stay with your wife? God only knows, man. Says, I'm tired of spending money on her Valentine's Day, birthday, Christmas, and just regular maintenance. Maybe Mary J for me any tips. I wish you would have told me how old you are. Bailar con Latina. Yeah, women are hard to deal with, man. Women are fucking hard to deal with, man. No one knows what the next man goes through, man. And every man thinks he's got the worst nagginess, ungrateful, psychotic wife. But yeah, man, I tell you, man, stop being a player, man. If you weren't a player, man, you wouldn't have got her, man. That's the curse of being a player, man. That's the curse of being a Romeo. That's a curse of having swag, man. The women want to be with you and shit. Then they don't want to leave and shit, even though they tell you to leave all the time. When they threaten to leave all the time, they never want to leave. I had a lot of times while I was since I've been on YouTube, a lot of guys came to me with advice on how to get girls, on how to make women, attracted to them and whatnot. And once you do that, if you do that, then now you're stuck with them sometimes, man. I just say, man, I try to have compassion for my wife, man, because she's fucking crazy. So it's like, I try to have compassion for her, man. Like, look, man, this is a crazy person. She's fucking nuts. So, man, I feel sorry for her, man. It's fucking crazy. There's nothing that's ever going to satisfy them. So it's like, yikes, man. There's nothing you can ever do to satisfy them. One thing I've done lately, though, I talk less, because the less I talk, the less problems we have. So I try to talk less, because inevitably when you say something, it causes problems. And the more you talk, the more likely you are to say something that's going to cause problems. I just be quiet, man. I be quiet. I just really don't say much. Yeah, I don't say much, man. I try to say that, man. I try to do that. I try to limit the things I say, because inevitably it's gonna be offensive. You'll catch feelings about something, be mad and shit for 2 days off of some shit, and I'm like, ah. But I try to be compassionate. I'm dealing with a crazy person, and that's how it is, man. But if I have any other thoughts, man, I'll tell you, man. Kind of put me on the spot, man. But he said, get earplugs. Yeah, I mean, like, oh my God, man. If I really knew, man, I would tell you, man. Well, either I would fucking, yeah, I would tell, I would, cause, yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough, Jack.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge. Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. Jose Torres on behalf of the state of Ohio.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Graham for the city of Cleveland.
Judge, good morning. Michael Kahn from the Public Defender's Office.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Gallo.
I know, but she's sitting at the table. I got
Danny with Pre-Trial Services.
All right. All right. So, the first case we're going to call is Lavia Fall, charged with murder. And she also has a driver restriction, and driver needs a plea. She is the married. It's going to be. Hold on a second. Mr. Prosecutor. Thank you, Your Honor. Preliminary hearing date will be set for June 18th. All right, Mr. Prosecutor. Thank you, Your Honor. Although the risk assessment shows the defendant to be a low risk, I will argue, as we just heard, that the defendant has difficulty following the court orders. We have a suspension, driving under suspension, and in our case, we have a 25-year-old female victim with two children. Two small children. And this defendant, while on probation to Judge Baudry upstairs for child endangering, allegedly was by the Creek Mill, Mill Creek Falls area with a firearm.
So what the fuck? They letting fucking hombres be lawyers even if they don't speak English? The fuck? It's bad enough your landscaper can't speak English. Now your fucking lawyer can't speak English. That's fucking crazy, man. Fuck is going on in this country, man? Shout out to the hombres, man. They winning out here, man.
There was an argument, and at one point, allegedly, took the life of our victim. The state will ask for a $1 million bond, cash surety.
Okay. Judge, thank you. Judge, as a preliminary matter, Ms. Paul would enter a not guilty plea on the driver cases. Judge, understanding the seriousness of the allegations against Ms. Paul, I would just present.
Lawyer Ricky Ricardo, man. Yeah, man. Ricky Ricardo. Here you go to the store.
The suspect accused of shooting and killing a woman in the Cleveland Metro Parks is set to go before a judge today.
It all comes as Metro Parks Police will host a news briefing later this morning on this case. Mike Holden, you might remember, was at that crime scene all morning long yesterday, right here on TMC. He joins us live this morning outside of the Justice Center downtown with a breakdown of what we know. Good morning, Mike.
Guys, good morning to you. It has been incredibly challenging for the victims' loved ones who have called this a completely senseless act of gun violence, a young mother's life taken for no reason. In the meantime, the 23-year-old murder suspect is set to be arraigned right here behind me at the Justice Center at 8:30 this morning. And this also comes, as you guys mentioned, 10:30 this morning. Metro Parks Police will further discuss the situation, stressing that this was an isolated incident. But take a look right here. This is a story we first brought to you as breaking here on Good Morning Cleveland yesterday. News 5 was right there as police swarmed the Mill Creek Falls Cleveland Metro Parks Wednesday morning and really shut down that area for hours. When police arrived to the Turney Road area, they found the victim, 25-year-old Kiera Jackson, shot to death. Police say Jackson was part of a large group that gathered there not long before the shooting broke out. Hours later, police arrested 23-year-old.
Okay, so she was part of a large group, so it was a lot of niggas there. Damn, Kiara, don't you know where there's more than 3? That's a place I won't be. And make sure you guys check out that video that I put in the chat, in the pinned comment in the chat. Okay, well, let me see. Let me do it now. Let me see it now. Make sure y'all, that's the video of the YNs beating the shit out of that fucking man that we about to get into in a few minutes. That's the video of those YNs beating the shit out of that man. Make sure you check that video out. Because I can't show that video on here. That's why I was originally going to do the show on X. I mean on Kick, but we don't have enough people signed up for Kick. I would like you guys to sign up for Kick too. The link is in the description box to my Kick channel. I'm a Kick streamer now. We can show anything over there. I think we got we had like 40 over there last night when we were over there last night. When we switched to Kick last night, we had about 40 people over there. It would be nice if you guys can sign up for Kick. Follow me on Kick. Link in the description box. So I want you guys to watch that video that I put in the pinned comment, because I'm not going to be able to show that video on. I'm not going to be able to show that video on here, man. I'm not going to be able to show that video on this channel. Salute to everybody watching on X. Salute to everybody watching on Kick. Shout out to my man, Big Larry. Big Larry is in the building. Shout out to Big Larry. Damn, Kiara. You was hanging around a bunch of niggas, Kiara.
For hours. When police arrived to the Turney Road area, they found the victim, 25-year-old Kiara Jackson, shot to death. Police say Jackson was part of a large group that gathered there not long before the shooting broke out. Hours later, police arrested 23-year-old Lavia Paul. Paul is now charged with murder in connection to this incident. Police say because the group was so large there, they were able to talk with several eyewitnesses, which ultimately led them back to Paul. Jackson's loved ones say Kiara was a fun person, one of more than a dozen siblings, and it hurts their hearts that her 2 young children now no longer have a mom.
I don't even want to think about it. It's hard, especially a sibling. Like I just never pictured this. We gonna deal with it. We got a big family. We'll get through it. I'm her. Like that's my little sister. Like she's a good girl. I love her to death. I'm sorry it happened. Like senseless.
That's strange. She's smiling. She laughing and shit. Why is she laughing? Why is she laughing, man? Why is she smiling? What's up with that, man?
I don't even want to think about it. It's hard, especially a sibling. Like I just never pictured this. We gonna deal with it. We got a big family. We'll get through it. I'm her. Like, that's my little sister. Like, she a good girl. I love her to death. I'm sorry it happened. Like, senseless.
And back out here live this morning in front of the Justice Center, it was incredibly emotional for those family members yesterday who were openly weeping, trying to process how something like this could happen. We now know that Paul is set to go before a judge for her arraignment at 8:30 this morning. And again, 10:30 this morning is that official press briefing with Cleveland Metro Parks Police. Guys, we promise to follow through and we will bring you each and every development.
We appreciate you staying on top of this story.
Oh. Another dead nigga.
Yesterday was, it just hurt me. It was hard to deal with last night.
We did that. We did that dead Negro the other night. We did that dead Negro the other night. We did that dead Negro the other night, man. Hold on. We got a couple more dead Negroes. Let me see. Which one we want to do first, man? Which one we want to do first? Let's do this one. Atlanta.
A Rockdale County community left shaken tonight after two deadly shootings just hours apart. The first took the life of a dad just days before Father's Day. The second just a few streets away. Conyers police telling us the shootings are connected, with one suspect in custody and the other shooter on the loose. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn live for us in the newsroom tonight. So, Cody, you spoke with police and you spoke with the widow of one of those victims tonight.
Yeah, I spoke with Darius Davenport's wife, who's grieving a husband and protector, and just learned today she's expecting their third child. Friday night around 11 o'clock, shots rang out on Janice Lane. Outside this home, Conyers police say they found Darius Davenport in the road. He'd been shot in the chest.
I begged him to come home after I dropped him off.
Davenport was visiting some friends. His wife, Aaliyah McGriff, says she had a bad feeling. Something felt off. She called him.
He was just like, I'll be home soon. Like, don't worry. And I'm just like, okay. I just felt it in my heart.
She was right. Hours later, Davenport was dead. He just turned 30 on May 30th. A veteran, served in the U.S. Army. His family's...
Damn, that's the second veteran that got killed today, man. The one in the Bronx over the fender bender. And then this guy, man. Yikes, man. This weekend.
Protector.
Nothing ever happened while you was around me, ever.
Gunned down on the streets he'd been raised on. McGriff asking for the violence to stop. Hours after her husband was killed, police say shots rang out a few neighborhoods over. Crime scene tape, a reminder of the shooting inside Forest Villas on Forest Villa Drive.
We don't need to lose no more people. We just all need to stick together.
Now more than ever, as her family is growing once again.
It's really a blessing. Like, I'm really happy about that right now. Like, we've been trying to have a baby for like over 6 months.
For a brief moment, her sadness.
Hold on, what? What?
Together.
Now more than ever, as her family is growing once again.
It's really a blessing. Like, I'm
inside Forest Villas on Forest Villa Drive.
Yo, anytime the sign for the neighborhood is faded, sign is faded, that's a bad sign. No pun intended, man.
We don't need to lose no more people. We just all need to stick together.
Now more than ever, as her family is growing once again.
It's really a blessing. Like, I'm really happy about that right now. Like, we've been trying to have a baby for like over 6 months.
For a brief moment, her sadness turned to joy. Monday morning, when McGriff learned she was pregnant.
We really wanted one more.
Again, this will...
Yeah, but he's dead, baby. I guess you got to find the silver lining, man. Blacks is good at that, man.
Oh, boy.
Blacks are good at finding the silver lining, ain't they? Press one, man. They really good at finding the silver lining.
Villas on Forest Villa Drive.
We don't need to lose no more people. We just all need to stick together.
Now more than ever, as her family is growing once again.
It's really a blessing. Like, I'm really happy about that right now. Like, we've been trying to have a baby for like over 6 months.
For a brief moment, her sadness turned to joy Monday morning when McGriff learned she was pregnant.
We really wanted one more.
Again, this will be the couple's third child together. The suspect in Davenport's homicide has been identified as Tamoris Detron Tyler. He's locked up tonight on a murder charge.
Tamoris Detron Tyler, man. Give me an ID on Tamoris Detron Tyler, man.
Suspect in Davenport's homicide has been identified as Tamoris Detron Tyler. He's locked up tonight on a murder charge and possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. I'm told he was captured after an hours-long manhunt that ended Saturday morning.
All right, Cody.
Man.
Breaking tonight, a new life is born here in Metro Atlanta as another life will soon come to an end. This past Friday, Adriana Smith, the pregnant mother being kept alive until her baby was born, delivered baby Chance ahead of her due date in August. Just hours ago, I sat down with her mother, April Newkirk, to learn how baby Chance is doing and how she and her family are coping.
He's fighting. He's in the NIC unit. He's about 1 pound, 13 ounces.
Woo!
And he's expected to be okay. He's just fighting. We just want prayers for him. Just keep praying for him. He's here now.
April Newkirk, a grandmother once again, with baby Chance entering the world in the early hours of Friday, June 13th, weighing less.
Let me tell you something, man. When my daughter, she was born, she was 3 pounds. I think 3 pounds, like 7 ounces. And I was worried, man. She was born premature. I was worried, man, very worried. And this security guard at the front desk of the hospital, one day he came up. I mean, he said to me, I don't know if he knew. I don't know how he knew, but just out of the blue, he just was like, "Yo, man." He's like, "Man, when I was born, I was 1 pound and my fingers was like rice." He said his fingers was like little pieces of rice. That's how small he was. I was like, wow. I'm like, damn, that shit made me feel good though. But it put things in perspective, man. That shit put things in perspective. Made me feel a lot better about that shit. Said his fingers was like rice. That's how small he was. Salute to Barry B.
Than 2 pounds. But with the joy of new life comes unimaginable pain for her and her family.
Today we had a family meeting with the hospital, and they are going to remove her at 2 p.m. tomorrow from life support. So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. It's hard to process.
Newkirk now preparing to say goodbye to her daughter, Adriana Smith, after celebrating her 31st birthday on Sunday. The young mother, who doctors say is brain dead, has been medically kept alive at Emory University Midtown Hospital since February so she could deliver her baby, a situation that sparked controversy across the country.
I think all women should have a choice about their body.
It all began in February when Smith went to Northside Hospital suffering from an intense headache. She was given medication and released. But the next day, things took a devastating turn, with a CT scan later showing multiple blood clots in her brain. She was later declared brain dead.
Oh, she would say that they failed her. She would definitely say that, "Mommy, they failed me." If the shoe was on the other foot, I would have been there and I would have made recommendations. That's what she would have said.
Newkirk says Adriana, a nurse herself, knew something wasn't right and deserved the kind of care she would have given and did give to patients of her own.
She was passionate about being a nurse. Yeah, she was very passionate about it.
Now, as she braces for what's ahead, she's hoping for the same support that people from across the world have already given to her and her family.
I shouldn't be buried. My daughter should bury me. And she had a lot to give. So I'm just trying to hold it together right now.
Newkirk says she is grateful for all of the love and support her family has received, and she tells me they will share more about the family's plans for Adriana in the coming days.
Wow. Wow. I want to show you something, man. And then we're gonna get to the beat down, man.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No.
Partly.
It was a rebellion against being identified with our parents.
A local 10 News update. A Miami Gardens pastor accused of stealing back in court today. Eric Redden rejected a plea deal and faces up to 65 years.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Claude. I forgot his last name. Claude something. He wrote a book. Yeah, he's a writer. This is from like the early 60s. Heroin calmed the Sun Man down, man. Heroin made the Sun Man nod, man. They stopped hitting each other upside the head with meat cleavers and shit. Yo, history is a lie, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Take the $5 challenge, man. Take the $5 challenge. Support real news, man. We the only ones doing this, man. We the only ones doing this, man. We the only ones giving you the real. Throughout the history. We the only ones that tied together. Bring the story to life. From ancient Africa to today. And everything in between, man. Yo. He said that shit so matter-of-factly. Press 1. He said that shit like it was just like everybody knows that. Like, God damn. He said that shit matter of fact. Jeez. Man child in the promised land. Yeah, what's his name though? What's his name? Claude something, right? Damn, bro.
High in 1950 when drugs began to pour into Harlem. We went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday.
Since the plantation days. He says since the plantation days. God, dog. Niggas was doing that shit on the plantation. Knocking up, hitting each other inside the head with meat cleavers and shit. Claude Anderson. He said Claude Anderson. His name ain't no Claude Anderson. Is it? Claude Brown? Yeah, that sound more like it. Hey, who you calling you people? Jesus Christ. Man.
In 1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion.
The white dude said it was a rebellion against violence. Listen to the white guy. White guy trying to white guy being white. Look at white guy just it's DNA, man. Press 1. White guy just being white, man. This is the white guy being white.
Themselves.
And it was a rebellion, in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion against being identified with our parents.
So a local 10 News update. A Miami Gardens pastor accused.
In 1950, when
Salute to Aldous Orwell, man. He says, "What's up, my fellow N-word exhaustion sufferers?" Damn, this clip is gold, man. I remember we saw the whole video. We had the whole interview. This clip right here, this clip is gold.
1950, when drugs began to pour into Harlem, we went to drugs. We used drugs. We got high off heroin. We nodded, but we were cool. We didn't do like our parents had been doing since the plantation days, getting drunk on Saturday night and going around cutting each other up, hitting each other in the head with axes and meat cleavers and shooting each other. All we did, we got high and we nodded and we became lost in our own selves.
And it was a rebellion, and in this case, against violence.
No. It was a rebellion.
No. No. It was a rebellion against violence, right? No. Oh shit. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man.
Tonight, a 13-year-old boy is recovering from a broken jaw. The young boy who has autism became a crime victim all because some teens wanted his sneakers. The brutal attack happened in Harlem, where police say 3 teens punched, kicked, and robbed him. Tonight, his mother is talking to Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang.
I know what y'all did wasn't right, but I love them no matter what, because they still a child of God. I'm going to cry.
A Harlem mother torn tonight between forgiveness and justice. Last Wednesday, her 13-year-old son, who is autistic, was innocently coming home from school when a group of teenagers surrounded him and started punching and kicking him here on the corner of 134th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue.
Too my Yeezys.
They grabbed his shoes and Nike mask and left him fearing for his life. His jaw is now broken in 2 places. We're told the metal plate in his mouth is permanent. They're waiting to learn if the rod will have to remain as well. The 7th grader left on a liquid diet. 2 front teeth were...
How do you break a 13-year-old's jaw, man? It's kind of hard to do, man. Jeez. Salute to Mallet Quelly. He said this clip did not age well. Heroin, he said. This kid right here, he needs some damn heroin, man. The way they fucked him up. Jesus Christ. They beat this autistic kid over fucking sneakers and shit. But why would you have your kid walking around in some $1,000 sneakers in the fucking hood and shit if he's autistic?
Is now broken in 2 places. We're told the metal plate in his mouth is permanent. They're waiting to learn if the rod will have to remain as well. The 7th grader left on a liquid diet. 2 front teeth were knocked out. Worse yet, he lost his sense of independence.
Is he scared to go outside?
Yes, he is. I got to go with him. At first, he would love to go outside by himself, but now he don't even go out with his sisters. He'll go.
Yeah, why would he? His fucking bras joking, the jaw broken in 2 places. He probably battered and bruised. You know, if sons put a beating on you, they really put a beating on you. Sons don't play, man, when they come in this. Sons put a beating on you. If they can't, they not good at much, man. Sons ain't good at a lot of things, man. One thing they are good at is beating the shit out your ass. They're good at that. Jeez.
With somebody.
The day after the attack, police arrested 2 young boys, ages 16 and 15. The mother tells me the violent teens recorded the attack and posted it on social media, which may have led to their swift arrest. Detectives still looking for one more teenager while the victim recovers at home. In Harlem, Lucy Yang, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Jeez. Wow. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop this link, man. It's 1 o'clock. Shit. Time flies, man. Let me drop this link, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Kick, man. If you don't have Kick, man, you're missing out. Because I do a lot of videos on Kick. I'm gonna we're gonna cover this story of this ass kicking, this lynching, this attempted lynching. We're gonna cover that on Kick as well. So make sure you sign up for Kick, man. We're gonna cover it in detail on Kick. We can't cover it really on detail here. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP. Coming through once again. Man. Link in the description box. Salute to everybody watching on X, man. Salute to the whole X crowd. If y'all want to come up, I put the link in the description. I put a link in the chat on X, man. If y'all want to come up. Salute. What's cracking?
Yo, that episode on Saturday, man, you was cooking. I don't know which episode, but you were cooking and why y'all was getting on pack like that, man?
Who
Yo, y'all was just going in, yo. And then you had the Asperger dude.
Oh yeah, really? Damn. Go Asperger dude. Damn.
He was funny as hell.
Yeah, man. Did you see the video in the in the pinned comment?
I didn't get to see it because once it was done, I think it was like a 3-minute video, and then I was trying to see the link. I didn't see it, so I got to go back.
Oh, it's only 30 seconds. It's only 30 seconds video.
Oh yeah. About the little young teens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough to watch, man. That's my grandfather, man. I can't do nothing like that, man.
Beating the shit out of that. Oh, did you see it, Bill?
Yeah, I watched it, but he was driving one of those Polaris slingshots.
Yeah, exactly.
That already tells me he's a douchebag.
Really?
So he might have had that ass kicking coming.
Why? What does that make you? What does that make you feel that he was a douchebag because he's driving a nice car?
Oh, it's not a nice car. It's a Polaris slingshot.
Nah, I disagree, Bill. You don't
I'm a
beat no.
snowmobile guy.
He's an OG. He's an OG, man. You don't do that, man. My thing was, I wish he would have just sprayed the shit out of all those kids.
Well, why didn't he drive right through them? That's what I couldn't understand. Why get up first? Don't get out of the car.
Probably had it. He might have had the car in park, or he might have had it turned off, and he was sitting because the video starts with him sitting there.
Yeah, and that one kid hits him with a left.
Yeah, we don't know if the car's in drive or park. Plus, he's like 70 fucking years old. He just got punched in the face. Like as hard. That kid punched him as hard as he possibly could. That kid hit this man as hard as look at this.
He should have used him for a speed bump.
And then 4 kids jump in.
And not
pull
one
him out of the car.
Yeah,
not one adult tried to stop him.
Exactly.
Nobody said a word.
No, didn't even catch him when they hurled him across the parking lot. Just let him fall on the ground. Was like, get the fuck out of the way, old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you getting in my way? The blue short guy.
Yeah, like, man, get the fuck away from me. Like, yeah, they
like he had some choice in flying across the parking lot.
They were mad at him for stumbling over, all 4 of them, and they were hitting him as hard as they possibly could. Do you agree?
Oh, the little bastards! Yeah, they were swinging for the fence.
They were hitting him as hard as they could. It's like this right here. This is, and there's no hour. And the reason, and the reason I really wanted to see the comment section, because the comment section is always very interested in these videos. This dude says, "What's the context? What happened before this started?" And it's got to be a white liberal, man. I don't know, but whatever. But he wants to know what happened. Like, I wonder if this guy would ask what happened if it was a black teen, one of those black teens got shot by a cop or got killed by a white vigilante. It would be nothing that black teen could have done to deserve it, right?
Right.
It would be offensive to even hypothesize that. When a black person is the victim, it's offensive to say, "Hey, man, what do you think happened before the tape started rolling?" That can get you in a lot of fucking trouble. Very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, nobody helped the guy. Pussies. Well, here's the thing too. Like those Sun teens are very scary. Like if you witness them beating the shit out of an old man, and you're like a middle-aged guy, you know they don't give a fuck about you, and you know
Right, they're
they.
gonna swarm you just as bad.
Yeah, and you know if you see four Suns, four YNs, there's at least one gun, at least one, right, in the situation. And you know if you get into it with them, it's never gonna be over. Like that. It's not like get white people like where if you in a fight and you fall, it's over when you fall. If you fall and
Yeah.
you don't move, it's over. Nah, them Sun teens, if they get into it with you, it's every single time they see you.
Yeah, it's shoot to kill. It's shoot to kill. So you gotta drop them all four.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how that kid's jaw got broke in two places. Was he fell down?
yeah. This one said fatherless ghetto behavior. I don't know if this is fatherless behavior, man. I think this is DNA, man. What do you guys think?
That's pure DNA.
I think this is DNA, man.
It's also a little bit societal, and that society that's expected to just swarm and have 8-on-1 and all that horse shit.
Senior, I don't know, and it's still like it's
In the
still
gliders, if you fought more than 1-on-1, you were a pussy.
yeah. Sons, listen.
That's expected.
Sons revere you if you pull up in a car and spray into a crowd and speed off. Like so, like sons are different, like way different. They they don't have no like sneaking up on a crowd and just spraying the whole crowd is something that is very acceptable, is revered, and sons are just very much different when it comes to honor. Like we don't have that the way it is with
Right.
other people. You know, I can understand that too. Like we would evolve like that.
I imagine that the life at Diddy's place was just like that video, except it was wieners instead of punches.
Wow. Wow.
Just trying to duck wieners.
This one says, Burger King, yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's a blood.
He said, no matter what, that's a gang of cowards. But there is no context leading to the attack. He may very well have pushed buttons and asked for it, for all anyone can tell by this half-assed footage. It's very interesting how that works, man. People, you see an elderly man get the shit beat out of him by a bunch of teenagers,
And
and
it's the buttons he pushed.
everybody wants to know. Everyone hypothetical buttons, like everyone wants to believe that like it takes like now all of a sudden you gotta like do something egregious to get your ass kicked by a bunch of YNs. Now you gotta like it gotta be like a blood feud for YNs to jump on you. When all these people ride the train, they ride the bus, their kids don't go to school with black kids for this reason. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. All of a sudden, you gotta fucking do something egregious to get a group of YNs to jump on you. So it just goes to show you that. Remember, I told you black fatigue is over. The trend of black fatigue, that shit is over. We you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, it definitely did its purpose as far as like letting people speak candidly about the situation. But as far as like the movement, it's over. People back to saying this dumb shit. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Sponsor the show, guys. We got five supporters. Let's try to get up to 10 supporters for tonight, man. Let's see if we can do that, man. Go ahead, man.
As long as son behavior continues, the fatigue will continue.
Well, I mean, it's not a movement. People aren't making videos about it, and people aren't tweeting about it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's because they're fatigued.
You don't think the fatigue with the immigrants kind of stole the spotlight? The ICE raids and stuff like that?
I don't go on social media. I just use YouTube, so
okay.
It's hard for me to have a finger on it.
Yeah. He said the dregs of society need to be deported with illegals. Yeah, and it's no story. There's no call for like these kids' arrest. Nobody's doxing. You notice nobody's doxing these kids? And you can clearly see who they are. Like you can see all of these kids' faces. If you know them, like the way, you know, if you knew these kids, you would know who they are. Nobody's trying to dox. Nobody's calling for these kids to be doxed.
Wait, is he wearing a Make America Great Again hat? The red hat?
Let me see. Nah, that's not a Make America Great Again hat, no. But whatever started this, I'm willing to bet it was probably something minor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These guys probably didn't know him. They probably didn't know him.
He said one word wrong.
Yeah, but the fact that they're beating his ass, it's a lot of people out here. Like, the fact that, like, listen, when I was a teenager, man, the thought of me and three of my friends beating a 70-year-old man, he's at least 70, at least. Let's just say 70, right? A 70-year-old man, I mean, in like that, like beating him like he fucking snitched on us and got us all life sentences. Like beating the shit out of a 70-year-old man in front of other people. That just was like very much impossible to think of, man.
Well, think of the stuff that you did, right? You guys were beating up gays in the parks and mugging white people.
I never beat up a gay person, but I mean, yeah, robbed white people. But we weren't doing that in front of crowds.
Right, but every generation gets bolder and bolder. So now you've done what you did, and now this generation is 20 generations from when you were doing it. And now they're beating up old people in broad daylight. They don't care.
Comes with the privilege.
Yeah, definitely privileged.
It comes with that oppression.
Exactly. Salute to Big Larry. Big Larry's in the building, man. Yeah, man. It's just sad, man. When I saw this, I was like, wow, this is outrageous. I was looking for outrage, and not many people were outraged. Not black people. But I mean, I think black people are not fatigued, but they're numb to this.
Yeah, you were surprised, Doc?
Well, I mean, like they beat this. Did you see the video?
I did. It was pretty bad. Like I said, man, he's lucky to be alive because he looks pretty damn
Yeah,
old.
like you can kill a 70-year-old like that. You can kill them because their bones. What's that? Osteoporosis. Their bones are more brittle. So it's like like yo hitting somebody with all your might like over 100 times. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know if I could take that. I mean, like,
Well, they're like little kids. They're like not that old.
nah, these kids are fucking teenagers. If you're not
They're
think
like
about it,
12.
think about it, KB, right? Think about this, right? I want you to think about this, KB. You're these kids. I don't know how your knuckles are shaped. Maybe white people are different, but my knuckles are bony as shit. My knuckles are like table corners, right? So it's like everyone, like it's gonna hurt, dog. That shit hurts, man.
I mean, I
That shit
just
hurts,
pointing out
dog.
they're very little. I didn't say it didn't
Yeah,
hurt.
but he's 70. And he looked like he was 140 pounds, maybe. You know
Yeah,
what I
I mean, I
mean?
said he's lucky to be alive, but it's mostly because he's old. I mean, I think a younger
No, what
person
I'm
they
saying is
wouldn't have
like
attacked the younger person.
what I'm saying is like, you think you could have taken that beating?
If I was faced with however many
I'm
five
not talking about
YNs,
you back. I'm
oof,
not talking
oh
about you
man,
fighting
I don't
back.
know.
I'm talking about like say like they just all jump on you and you're not able to fight back. You're just able to like maybe cover up or defend yourself.
I mean, yeah, if they're teenagers, I hope I'd stand a chance. But yeah, if they were any older, it'd be a wrap.
Yeah, but one bee sting hurts and 100 will kill you.
Yeah. It just was the ferocity of the attack. You know what I mean? The ferocity of the attack was what was took me back. Um, what's up? What's up? TR man. What are your thoughts about? Did you see the video first? First off, did you see the
Yeah,
video?
yeah. I knew what video you were talking about. I mean, hey man, I can tell you that's one tough son, man. Tell you that. Boy knows how to. And another thing, did you peep how there was actually somebody in the back that was able to control those wild sun teens? There was somebody who actually told them, "Hey, that's enough," and then they stopped.
Well, I
But they
mean,
hardly.
they
Good
got it
spot.
all in, man. Like that's like after you like that's like telling a guy who like rapes a woman and busts like 4 nuts. All right, man, that's enough. That's
Well,
enough. Like
didn't they want to
Exactly. I
kill him
mean,
though?
they could have raped. They could have raped them. They could have raped her to death. You know, these sun men don't stop.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, they got their shit off. Like, of course, you gonna tell them. Of course, they can stop. They're probably tired. They're probably exhausted.
He needed some more stomps on the head while he was on the ground. That was a missing factor.
I don't know. I've seen so many times where sun men they just it's like they got blood in
Right.
the
It
water
get
and they
worse. Yeah,
won't
it get
stop.
worse.
They won't stop.
It could have been worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The fact that it could have been worse in front of all of those people and they're teenagers like 15, 16, and he's 70, at least 70, right? Well, how old did you say the guy was?
I'd say maybe I mean, he could be in his late 50s, early 60s. You know, I don't know, because a 70-year-old son, man, you know, I don't think that they can just withstand that kind of punishment.
Let me see. Let me. Where is the let me find a still of him, like, so people can maybe determine how old he is.
His
Yeah,
pants
there
are
we go.
sagging.
That's a good one. How
That's
chat?
an
How
old
old
fool.
do you think that guy is? Chat, how old do you think that guy is?
Looks like the Martian I watched as a kid in the cartoon.
I mean,
Helping Fred Flintstone.
if that son elder is in his 70s, then he definitely spent about 25 years in the pen, which is why he's so tough.
Good call. But you'd think he'd be smart to avoid a situation like that if he spent so long in prison. But who the fuck knows?
I don't.
How do
Why
you
would he?
avoid that situation though? Like, how do you avoid? Like, think about it. Like, all right, give me an example of how
You speed off. I don't know.
Yeah, you drive
No.
over the little bastards.
Well, how about what if you didn't know they were going to do that?
Well, that kid wound up. Yeah. Well, no, he wound up. You could see it coming. You can feel that tension. You can feel when someone's watching.
Well, that's where the context comes in. We don't know the context.
Damn, they said that dude 49. I'm 47. You making me feel bad, man. Shit.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, well,
49. Jesus Christ.
It's like a heroin 49. Hard drugs 49.
Yep.
And he's driving a Polaris slingshot. Like, I just hate that car. Three-wheeler, whatever the hell you want to call it.
But look at the size of his cranium. It does look like it can withstand a lot of punishment.
Well, it's just, he looks like that Martian guy from the 60s cartoons who would help Fred Flintstone.
Wow.
Hey,
He's got
dummy.
an iron dome.
Yeah, he's got like that Jew thing happening.
Looks like Yakub.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a question, man. I got a question about to y'all, man. Do you think any of the adults, and when we say adults, we're talking about by age. These are obviously black adults, so they're probably like have the mentality of teenagers too. You know what I mean? But if they're watching this and they're just in this scene, those adults are probably, you know, the type of adults we see on the videos that we see. But I got a question. Do you think that anybody rendered aid to this guy when he was after the sons left?
No.
They might call the police if he was like laid out. But
I'm surprised they didn't drive off in his car.
Well, we don't know.
How do you know they didn't?
There you go.
They didn't think it was cool, so they didn't take it.
Yeah, no.
They saw it was a slingshot too.
Hard for me to believe they called the paramedics. They probably just like, yeah, you okay, man? Just give him some ice.
Give him some ice. Go get your own ice. They wouldn't give him nothing.
Nah, they would be like, he needs some milk.
Ice is that way.
Yeah, they'd just be clowning him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, you dizzy, dummy? Shove him over.
They might take his shoes.
There you go. Finish pulling down his pants.
He said they would ask him if he was okay. You all right, dog?
He'd be like, man, I'm good. He'd be like, man, I'm good.
You good?
You okay, OG?
Yeah,
cops.
That's some sick shit, man. That's
Hey, every time I think about sick shit, I just think about a Crook County. He was like, you ever heard of a Tuesday? It's just a regular Tuesday.
Right. Jeez.
But I'm glad he survived. I really am. I don't got time to be.
Savages.
Yeah, I don't got time to be watching somebody get beaten to death, on Twitter. So I'm glad he's all right.
Wow, man. Everybody, make sure y'all sign up for Kick. Sign up for Kick. I'm telling you, man. I got like 100 of these sons beating elderly videos that I collected today.
Oh, really? That's great.
I was on a binge, man. So that's why I'm asking these questions, because it's like all of a sudden, I read a lot of comment sections because this video was shared by a lot of people. A lot of people were just like acting as if like, yo, like they was acting like Law and Order and shit. You know how Law and Order, like it's like the son be all innocent in the interrogation room. Then like it's like, no, like you don't have to do much to get your ass kicked like this. Like you don't have to.
A honk.
It don't have to be some big, long, winding story or, you know what I mean, puzzle to unsolve. That dude could have pulled up. He could have pulled up, and when he pulled up, he could have honked his horn. Them sons could have been standing in the way of a parking lot. Say it was one parking spot left, and the sons were standing there. He was waiting there. And you know how sons are. They'll know you want the parking spot, and they ain't gonna move because it's like you made them move. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna move because they don't feel like you made them move, or you pressed them out. You know what I'm saying? So they could have just been standing in the parking spot. He could have like tapped the horn.
Just taking extra time to put the groceries away just to piss off whoever's waiting for the spot.
Yeah. So it's like they could have been
Fuckers are diabolical.
like loitering in the parking spot. And he could have like just tapped the horn or said, "Hey, excuse," and it could be something as small as that.
He could have bumped the horn by accident, reaching for his cell phone. Oh, sorry. Oh, I got your horn, motherfucker. Bah, bah, bah.
You know what I'm saying? It could have been anything, man. It could have just been like, yo, who the fuck you think you is? You can't like another thing is, and I don't know if y'all know about this, but like sons, they take pride in being from rough areas, right? So they take pride in, you can't walk through my neighborhood with that chain on, or you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you ain't no official gangster. You can't wear them shoes around here. That type of energy. And this guy's pulling up in a slingshot. He might not even, you know what I'm saying? He might not be like, they might not know him or know who he is, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. And it's like, you gotta be like, they gotta be the penalty, the specter of death gotta be there for them to respect you. You know what I'm saying? If the specter of death ain't there, maybe he not somebody that, you know, connected like that. So it just made him food. You know what I mean? Because sons respect death. They respect death. If you'll kill
Violence.
their ass, they'll treat you different. Yeah, they'll treat you different if they know you'll kill their ass.
Limb
Through and shoot up their mother house. They'll treat you different.
limb removal.
Yeah. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Hit the like button too, man. Support the channel. We need some more supporters, man. To support the channel. We the only ones doing this kind of work here, man. No one else does this kind of work on YouTube, man. I see why too, man. It's better to talk about black women. And you know, black women, man, black women ain't shit, man.
Oh my God. That shit there, man. Oh my God. I don't know when the last time you've even listened to people like LaPeef or anybody like that, even Anton Daniels. Oh my God, it's man.
Please don't
It's
mention
like
them
it's
guys, because I don't want people to think that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you mention people, it make it seem like
like we're taking
yeah,
shots. Well,
yeah.
it's not that. It just
I
seems
don't
like
want to. I'm not really talking about anybody in particular. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't
No,
like
I
to
get it.
mention guys. Yeah. I don't
But
like to mention.
they're stuck in 2019. It's man, what is going on? I don't know. But yeah, hey,
Yeah, I mean
I'm just thankful for the observation.
Tommy made that content very popular, and it's necessary. It's
I
necessary
agree.
to a degree. It's just that it became like the dominant content
Uh-huh.
in for black males. And
Yeah.
I remember a time when brothers didn't talk like that. You'll get dirty looks for talking like that in front of a group of black dudes. So it did change. They did change the landscape to where you can at least critique black women, because before Tommy came around, it just was foreign. I'd never seen nobody talk about black women in that type of way. Now, now listen, I'm not talking about calling them bitches and hoes and treating the black women you dating and fucking with like shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them as a unit, as a group, in that way, or philosophizing about black women and their faults. You never saw that. It just didn't exist. So I'm glad that at least now he paved the way to where you can do that and not be like fucking weird. Now it's normal. The only problem is he normalized it.
Well, I'd say that it's normalized. It's normalized across mainstream media. You know, it's like they tried to ignore it for a while. Now they're sitting here. You got Project Sam that the Democrats are doing, where they're like literally trying to speak to American men. So it has its purpose, but I just don't really like the whole format. Whatever. Let's get back on topic because I don't want to talk about this shit.
Somebody said Fleece Johnson 2021 is goated material. Let me
see. Just Fleece Johnson. You platform Fleece Johnson. Like what are we
that's crazy.
What are we doing?
Fleece Johnson. Is the Fleece Johnson TikTok, as they say.
The amount of
got a YouTube channel. Go ahead.
The amount of like ex-criminals or probably even active criminals that have YouTube's accounts is shocking to me.
Yeah, I mean, this guy did 40 years in the penitentiary.
Nah, I miss Booty.
The booty guy, yeah.
What I miss
Oh
Booty.
no.
Nigga, the first piece of sex I had was Booty. Don't forget, I went into prison, man. I was in jail at 14, turned 15 in jail, hit prison at 16. I growed up in the penal system. Ain't never hit the first American virgin, as you can call me. But when I got introduced to some booty, hey, it was fire too. Made me close my eyes, man, when I came.
Look, you know what? I see why they platform this guy. You know, they want everything gay anyway. I mean, why not?
Yeah, that's like
guy in the forefront?
peak gayness too.
Yeah, that is
Nah,
so gay.
He'll take care of those things though.
It's like so gay.
Not really. I imagine he'll get beat up by them Sunteens too.
Oh, Sunteen, he don't want to. Now listen, I will say this though. He been in the penitentiary for 40 years.
Why'd they let him out?
They say he knows how to fight. Like,
yeah,
they said that he good with his hands.
Probably good with all parts of his body.
Hey yo,
pause.
Good job.
You wildin', Bill.
He took the penile system to heart.
I don't see his
Jesus,
first
pause.
He got a 20 verse one. I don't see it, but maybe it's on YouTube, man. Shit.
It's on OnlyFans.
Oh God. 20 and 1 is here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is it right here. Jesus. Oh fuck. It's an hour long. I'm gonna watch the clip. I'll watch some of the clips. Fuck that. I'm not watching that whole fucking hour long thing. I'll watch a couple clips, man. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel. We watch some of these clips. Jesus Christ.
Don't be looking like that though.
Oh man, can I lick one of them?
I'm gonna bring out 40. Yeah, alright.
For real?
Yeah, nah, don't be looking like that though.
Oh man, can I lick one of them?
Having some was more important than drinking more. Oh, hold on. Slow down. Man. What you doing?
They gotta be prison. Stupid shit. They gotta be prison.
Booty what?
I'm hearing for some bull.
Hold on, let's vibe.
In my ass?
Yeah.
What they tell you?
A lot.
Like what?
I don't want to say.
Nah, I will.
I brought you here today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here, I got about 40 booties for you.
Yeah, okay. Now that really changed my man right now.
I like you. He likes you. And I want you. He wants you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is
so
yours.
serious. All right.
Can I kiss one of them on the book?
Man, come on, man.
Go ahead, like, subscribe. I'm doing this for y'all.
Yo, man, it's crazy. I don't want to see this though, man.
Hey, we don't got to see it. This is a gay dating show.
Fucking man.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy.
Well, in just a few hours, we expect to see Devon Sales in court.
Well, police say he is the man seen on video firing a gun inside a Galleria parking garage earlier this month. ABC 13's Chaz Miller is live this morning with a timeline of how this arrest happened. Good morning to you, Chaz.
Samika, good morning. You know, it's really still pretty shocking to think about the fact that somebody opened fire in a Galleria parking garage on a Saturday afternoon, but that's exactly what we're talking about right here. Now, here is that video once again. If you have not seen it, and amazingly, nobody was hit, nobody injured. So that is certainly the good.
Listen, just think about what he said. This might be his first day. It's got to be his first day on the fucking job. It's this news anchor. What is his name? I don't know what his name. This guy right here. This got to be his first day, just judging by what he said.
This happened. Good morning to you, Chaz.
Samika, good morning. You know, it's really still pretty shocking to think about the fact that somebody opened fire in a Galleria parking garage on a Saturday afternoon, but that's exactly what we're talking about right here. Now, here is that video once again. If you have not seen it, and amazingly, nobody was hit, nobody.
It's his first day, right, guys? You agree?
Yeah, it's definitely his first day.
And there's black people and nobody got hit.
Yeah, because if it wasn't his first day, he would say, fortunately, nobody was hit.
That's a Suntropolis.
And he would say, in the Galleria parking lot, again, there was gunfire.
A son could take a Tommy gun and shoot into a fucking crowd of 100 people and not kill somebody. And like one person would die and like 80 people would be shot in the leg and the arm.
I told you, man, sons can't hit the ground if they threw a bullet at it.
But that is a Tommy gun. I mean, how can you expect the son to hit anybody with that?
Salute to Aldos. Oh, well, he says, link me to the chat. I'm going to hook you up. You don't have the link? Oh, I put the link in the... Oh, I must not have put the link in the description box. I forgot.
Joe Curry just posted one in the chat.
Is that it?
The StreamYard.
Okay. Yeah. Salute to Joe Curry. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to Aldous Orla. This is
injured. So that is certainly the good news in all of this. Now, this was on Saturday, June the 7th at 1 p.m., according to police. And court documents say Sells was shooting at someone. We're hoping to learn more about Why? In just a few hours. If he knew that person, if he didn't know that person, at this point, we still don't know. Well, Sales was arrested on Wednesday.
He should have been shooting at his barber, man. Taking his hairline all the way back. God damn, bro.
Kind of looks like a crazy person.
According to police, and formally charged on Thursday. Now, he had previously been charged in 2022 in Harris County with assault, though that was dismissed. He does have warrants out for his arrest in Hayes County for making a terroristic threat. We've asked for more details on that warrant, but haven't heard back from local authorities. Now, if you've been following this story, you know last week we interviewed a woman who said she used to own the car that you saw in that video. She said she thought she might have sold it to the man she saw in that video, but once she saw that mugshot, she said that absolutely was Sells, who she sold that car to just a few weeks ago. Reporting live downtown, I'm Chaz Miller, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, in Texas, the plates stay with the car, I think, or they used to.
What do you mean?
The license plate stays with the automobile in Texas.
When you get a new car, you gotta get new tags.
Right. Not new to you, new. And then when you buy the car, it has plates, and then you just re-register it, and they put it in your name. I don't know why they do it that way.
I think that's the way they do it everywhere, isn't it?
No, I hear you buy your own plates.
Yeah, I think it's private versus public kind of deal.
Yeah, but you get temporary tags when you buy a car.
Right, but when you go and register it with the state,
Tags. Yeah, you
and
got.
you get your metal plate. When you sell that car, like here, if I got 4 months left,
the car, somebody else has to get their own tags. Okay, I get it.
right. We're out here, we have our own tag. We have to go down and buy a plate for it and put it on the car. We're there. It already has a plate on it that stays with the car, and then they put it in your name on the computer. And then that Chevette has that license plate for its whole life.
Oh wow.
Gary Collins from our Spotlight on Maryland team has that story in a moment.
Our team coverage begins with Fox 45's Vincent Hill and why a Baltimore smoke shop.
Is it me or is this kind of low? Is it
very
me?
low?
Owner is calling for change at the Department of Juvenile Services.
That's right, Maxine and Kai. This shop behind me, I Smoke 2, has been hit 3 times by what the owner says are the same juvenile suspects. Now he wants a much stiffer penalty.
Just before closing time at the I Smoke 2 shop on Charles Street. Several figures with masks and hoodies walk in, but according to the owner, they're not customers.
Like, why he doesn't have plexiglass, man? You know, like this is inviting. Like this is just like, I don't know.
How dare you have a business that isn't bulletproof?
Well, the plexiglass isn't for the bullets; it's for the suns. It just keeps them from getting to the product. Like I wouldn't have any products where the suns could reach. I wouldn't even have fucking cigarellos outside of the fucking in front of the glass. A bag of chips. If it's not nailed down, the sun's gonna take that shit. I was one of these sons. I wasn't robbing stores, but I would have definitely gone in here and stole a bunch of shit. They came back 3 times to rob it. This is their 3rd time robbing this place. It's crazy.
At the I Smoke 2 shop on Charles Street. Several figures with masks and hoodies walk in, but according to the owner, they're not customers. As the suspects leave, watch as one grabs
Did
items.
he say, why you call it 911? Yeah, because you're black.
Suspects leave. Watch as one grabs items before running out the door.
Oh, this what they call robbing? Oh yeah, yeah. This is okay. They talking about. I thought they were talking about like what I mean, put it like robbed at gunpoint and took like the money out the cash register. Oh
Armed robbery.
yeah, this is
Glorified shoplifting.
Yeah, this is just shoplifting.
Owner.
The same kids they robbed twice before.
He's dealt with the same group more than once.
Their clothes, their height, and watching the previous videos.
Fucking iron sheet and shit. What the fuck is going on, man? Oh.
Got himself a nice little handlebar. Yeah, I expect him to tie somebody down to some railroad tracks wearing a top hat.
None of them own anything in their community. It's just literally every fucking store in the community. And the Dominicans are taking over the barbershops industry like crazy, man. Especially here on the East Coast. So that was like one business that blacks owned in the black community, barbershops. But that's going away. I think maybe hairdressers, but then you got a lot of Dominican blowout places, Dominican hairdressers, and the sisters go there a lot. And then you got the Africans that do the braids. So I don't think blacks FBAs have a hold on any like kind of like store or business in their community.
No industry that they have a corner on.
Yeah, no industry. I can't think of one, man. These smoke shops, the carryouts, the bodegas.
They're just violence.
The gas stations. It's just it's nowhere. Now the hairdressers and the barbershops, the soul food joints, the Koreans doing that, and the Spanish. Maybe some blacks got franchises. I don't know if McDonald's or Subway, but Subway is a lot of Indians, and McDonald's is 7-Eleven's a lot of Indian franchises, and a lot of different people from
Pakistani.
Yeah, foreigners do a lot of the 7-Eleven franchises. Maybe you find a black McDonald's franchisee somewhere. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure.
Subways are pretty much all foreigners. That's crazy. That's bananas. That is bananas.
So they are same.
He says it's the same crew that robbed him twice before. Okay, so you've been here 3 months. It's the third time.
Yes.
But this has happened.
Yes.
Last month, we showed you this video of his worker being assaulted by 2 suspects during a robbery. Days later, he says the same suspects came back and assaulted a different employee during a robbery. Days later, Baltimore police say they arrested a 15-year-old. That suspect was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center, charged with robbery. But according to the owner, he struck again.
I can't even believe if he was arrested and he was released and how he dare he again come and rob with some more kids.
As far as business goes, these recent events have put a strain on his bottom line.
I'm not even making enough money to pay the rent because it's very beginning, and how can I afford employees pay or security people pay? It's too much. I'm hardly surviving.
Meanwhile,
they deserve and they should charge like adult criminals.
As changes are on the horizon at the Department of Juvenile Services, he's hoping it will help with his own problem of juvenile crime.
They are not only playing or trying to rob snacks. They are clearly punching, assaulting, and robbing the people.
And right now, Baltimore police say no arrests have been made in this latest incident. Now, I do want to emphasize that Baltimore police are not saying these are the same juveniles. Meanwhile, the owner says he may have to close these doors at this location for good. In Baltimore, Vincent Hill, Fox.
A man is shot multiple times in the early hours of Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's too low.
I don't know. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe because he's a Patel, but I find it hard to feel sorry for the guy. Maybe it's because he's in Baltimore. It's like I just think, like, what the hell are you doing in Baltimore, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel sorry for the guy. He said he comes. They come to the black community, and they make money off selling this shit to black people. And
Right.
Galaxy Gas.
I think if it was a Vietnamese, I think I might feel a little bit more pity. Because they're the meek.
Oh,
if he's not a Muslim, I'll be the dissenter and feel bad for him. I don't think anybody should be robbed. I think you should be able to walk. You can literally still walk into stores here and there'll be nobody around.
No, I agree with you. They shouldn't be robbed because they decide to open a business in the black community. I'll give you that.
That's true.
That's not justifying being robbed. But what I'm saying is that, like, those guys, like, they send their kids to private school and they live nice lives off of these black people buying cigarillos and fucking CBD oil and shit. So they make a good living off of black people. So it's like it does come with the territory. Like if you're like we say, like white people send their kids to school with black people, like you're like basically like, you know, setting your kid up. Well, if you open a store in a black neighborhood, yeah, you get to make a lot of money, but you're dealing with black people, so it's like it's only right that you get, you know what I'm saying? The whole experience.
Just like Spike Lee's
That's
Do the
true.
Right Thing.
Yeah, let's see this one.
She received 19 stitches in her neck and chin area, as well as she had a laceration on their hand that they were able to glue shut.
Tonight, the man allegedly responsible for those serious injuries is behind bars. Nicholas Sansauci is facing multiple charges for reportedly hitting an 8-year-old girl over the head with a beer bottle and then slicing her neck.
The little girl's family says they're still in shock, of course.
Oh man, I would have maced him and
Man.
I would beat him so fucking bad while he was blinded by the mace that I might have started like feeling it. I would have beat him so bad that I might literally have felt like I was maced. That's how bad I would have beat his ass. I'm talking about I would have beat him good.
Laceration on their hand that they were able to glue shut.
Tonight, the man allegedly responsible for those serious injuries is behind bars. Nicholas Sansauci is facing multiple charges for reportedly hitting an 8-year-old girl over the head with a beer bottle and then slicing her neck.
The little girl's family says they're still in shock, of course, after all they went through. Let's get over to Alika Medina. Alika, you spoke with the father of the little girl. First and foremost, how is she doing tonight?
Yeah, Tessa, Trevor. Britt and Rose says their 8-year-old daughter is expected to be okay. They say this all still is a shock to them, but they're just relieved the alleged hacker is behind bars.
There wasn't much behind his eyes at that time.
Britt and Rose says he saw Nicholas Sansauci inside Saggio's moments before he allegedly attacked his 8-year-old daughter. That day in April started no different than any other.
We all decided that we were going to go out to eat as a family, and we picked Saggio's. It's a favorite of ours. My daughter asked if my wife would take her to go look at the fountain that's inside of the restaurant, and so they did.
But soon after, he heard his wife yelling.
I heard a loud pop and then some screaming, and then I could hear my wife yelling, "Stop, stop," as loud as she could over the entire restaurant.
He says that's when 24-year-old Nicholas Sansauci hit his daughter in the head with the beer bottle, then continued to slice her throat. Rose says people inside Saggio stepped in to help before he fought off Sansouci, but it didn't stop there.
Later, after our original altercation, he did stand back up and he pulled out a knife, which at first I thought he was maybe trying to use against me, but quickly I could tell that his attention diverted and he was looking back over towards my daughter. So I wanted to make sure that I could get in between him and her.
Rose says they confronted Sansouci about the incident.
After he got up, he could say is that she got in my way.
The little girl got 19 stitches and is expected to be okay. Rose says he has no words for Sansouci. But District Attorney Sam Bregman says he will make sure he doesn't get away with the crime.
It is so disturbing. The idea that you go to a family pizza parlor and your 8-year-old is attacked.
Bregman says Sansouci could face many years behind bars if found guilty.
That individual was indicted for first-degree child abuse, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault.
Oh, he's gonna have hell.
Hey, man. Hey, so this glider would definitely be suitable for an 1892 white lynching.
Yeah, they're gonna do that to him in prison. The whites don't play. They kind of have rules. If he goes to a prison.
Yeah, you gotta tie your shoes and shit.
Yeah, AB or his white gangs, they're gonna ask him for his paperwork, and that list of charges, child abuse, and all that shit. Like, yo, he's gonna have to go to. He might just go to prison, protective custody off the break. He might as well not even try general population. If he was black, he'd be fine. Blacks don't really have rules like that. No, I mean, they don't really have rules like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course not. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? That now they do like selectively, like, yeah, like sometimes it's not a hard and fast rule. You know what I mean? It's not like it was with the whites or the Latinos where it's like, yo, it's hard and fast. Black, we go in there, he'd be all right. There's a white boy, or he's gonna live in hell for the next for the rest of his life.
She could face many years behind bars if found guilty.
Yeah, they might sell him to the blacks. You gotta, let him, because blacks like white boys in prison.
And he's a ginger.
Yeah, white booty. Get him some Kool-Aid lipstick.
That's the whitest of whites.
Well, hey, but I'm pretty sure that he'll fit in just fine though.
Yeah,
especially being sold out to the blacks.
He might. I could see him looking like Michelle Pfeiffer if they do it right. Think about it. She got her face shaped. Get him some goddamn Kool-Aid for lipstick and some goddamn get some ashes for some mascara, some eyeshadow. You could dress him up and have him look like Michelle Pfeiffer, man.
The sick sun mind you have, Hawk.
Yeah, I'd have to squint awful hard to get Michelle Pfeiffer out of him.
Hey man, if you're in here for long enough, I'm sure you did it.
The sun gonna shine.
When they said him, I was like, really? Him? But Michelle Pfeiffer? Damn.
Tonight, a family in shock after witnessing their mother attacked by a man in Sunrise last week.
Unbelievable video. The 75-year-old is now recovering, but the family tells NBC6's Lena Salzberg.
Yo, he just hit her with a frying pan. Yo, the fuck?
What?
Tonight, a family in shock after witnessing their mother attacked by a man.
You seen that movie Throw Mama from the Train? You lied to me. You don't remember that Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal?
I'm familiar with the movie. I never watched it though.
Same for me.
Danny, if you ever get a chance, Throw Mama from the Train. Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal. That shit is fucking hilarious. I might watch that tonight, man, after the show, man, or in the morning. Yeah, I'll be tired, but in the morning, I might watch that in the morning.
Tonight, a family in shock after witnessing their mother attacked by a man in Sunrise last week.
Unbelievable video. The 75-year-old is now recovering, but the family tells NBC6's Lena Salzbank the emotional toll will last so much longer.
He hit a 75-year-old lady in the head with a frying pan. Yo, man. What is up with you white dudes, man? One white dude hit an 8-year-old in the head with a bottle and slit her throat at a pizza parlor. Now this dude, broad daylight, hitting the 75-year. Yo, man, what's going on? I'm starting to get white fatigue, man.
It must be their lack of fathers in the home.
Yeah, that's what it is. Everybody, we need some people to take the $5 challenge, man, to keep the show going, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, guys. It takes all of us to bring this product here to every night, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. He just bonked her, man. That's what it looked like when you get hit with a frying pan. I mean, Jesus.
That was a skillet, boy. Just whap.
Damn. That was one of them cast iron ones too, because the ones that from back in the day, man, them the best ones. That we got one of those, man, in the crib. The cast iron ones, the stick black ones.
Yeah, my wife has half a dozen of them damn things.
Oh, for real? Damn. That's some good cooking, man. And we got an electric stove. So it's like I love it when you got the gas stove with that type of pan. That pan is amazing. Love them joints, man.
In Sunrise last week.
Unbelievable video. The 75-year-old is now recovering, but the family tells NBC6's Lena Salzbank the emotional toll will last so much longer. Lena.
That's right. The family says that they moved here from Venezuela hoping for a safer and better life. But now being here in South Florida, they're frightened. Fiorella Lopez never imagined she would be watching
Think about it. They moved from Venezuela and they can't even handle the whites yet, man. Wait till they get a load of the sons. They might as well move back to Venezuela. If you can't handle whites in America, you're fucked.
Yeah, you are fucked.
Video of her 75-year-old mother being attacked.
Oh my God, he just hit her with the pan.
She says last Tuesday, the family was getting together to celebrate her mom's birthday. And when her mother was walking down the street, her sister noticed a suspicious person.
She started to say, hey, be careful, try to take the other side of the street.
But it was too late. A man grabbed her mother by the dress and then struck her in the head with a pan.
We are so worried about it. We're scared, to be honest.
She says her brother came running to help, but the suspect began attacking him too. Sunrise police say the man seen in the video is Carlos Hurtado Flores, the family's neighbor.
Oh, this is
Perez. That's a umbrito.
Yeah, I mean he's like a hybrid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he ain't full umbrito, but he a mestizo, right? That's what they call him, mestizo.
You sure it's not a Melungeon?
I don't know, man. Yeah, this guy, he's not a full-blooded or something. Yeah, he ain't a full-blooded umbrito, but he probably got some umbrito in him.
According to the arrest report, Hurtado Flores first allegedly beat his brother several times inside of the residence before going out and intentionally vandalizing his brother's car. We talked to him in Spanish as he arrived home in the vehicle that still bears the marks of the blows.
No he visto ningún video, la verdad.
Okay, that's his brother. Okay, he's an umbrito then.
Seen any video. Truth is, I don't know what's going on. I'm not very knowledgeable. Is there a video? Hurtado Flores was later arrested and faces several charges, including aggravated battery on a person 65 years or older.
We don't know these people. The only thing that, because it's public record that he already was involved in a crime last year. What I saw, he didn't stay more than a month in the jail, so we are scared.
And like you saw in those photos and videos, the victim suffered from bruises on her face and across her body. Meanwhile, police say they are still investigating the attack. For now, reporting live.
Well, 2 people are dead and 2 more people are recovering in the hospital after a shooting in Little Haiti overnight.
NBC6 reporter Amanda Placencia has the latest as police search for the person.
Jesus Christ, Little Haiti. Yikes.
The number I heard was 1 million Haitians in at least Florida.
Yikes.
People are dead and 2 more people are recovering in the hospital after a shooting in Little Haiti overnight.
NBC6 reporter Amanda Placencia has the latest as police search for the person responsible. And Amanda, what can you tell us?
Well, Jawan, we are still working to find out the relationship between the 4 people, the 4 men who were shot. But this was just a barrage of gunfire. And hours later, you can still see the remnants left behind from where those bullets shattered through the glass of this bus stop.
Over 50 evidence markers littered the scene after 4 people were shot in Little Haiti.
It's like I'm living in a war zone.
This man who lives in the area says he heard round after round go off just after midnight on Monday.
It was like some Vietnam type rounds, some real strong rounds, like real strong rounds. And whoever they were trying to get, they was at them.
Police responded to a shot spotter alert along Northwest 62nd Street and Northwest 2nd Avenue.
Once officers arrived, they did in fact locate a male who was transported to Jackson Memorial Hospital by City of Miami Fire Rescue, and unfortunately he has since been pronounced deceased.
Then there was another scene a few blocks away.
A second male appears to have drove a few blocks away from the scene, and he was located at Northwest 2nd Avenue and 56th Street.
That man did not survive. 2 more men drove themselves to the hospital where they are now recovering. Drone video shows police towing a black BMW with a tarp on its windshield. Bullet holes were also seen on the passenger side window. Detectives were also seen dusting for fingerprints on a blue sedan that was left at the scene. Police say that was a bystander whose car stalled out during the shooting. They were not injured.
We just heard a bunch of shots, over 20 rounds. It was crazy.
One woman who didn't want to show her face says she's fed up with the violence.
We all ran in the house.
I remember in Bad Boys 2, great movie, they fought the Haitian gangsters. So it's kind of like that, I guess.
Nah, those are
Bad
actors.
Boys
They weren't even real Haitians, so those are actors, big time. But similar to that, I've been to Little Haiti. What happens is a lot of Haitians migrated in that area, just like there's a Little Haiti in Brazil too. When I travel and stuff, so it's certain ethnic cities and stuff. There's even a lot of a Little Haiti in Chile.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not like that. Not like that in Chile. So
They don't play that?
no, it's just not like that. It's not every Haitian. We actually have some code, but as far as I told you, the problem with Haiti is they don't know how to govern. Their government stinks. You're telling a country that doesn't know nothing about government. But like I said, there is a large percentage of them that know how to act. Unfortunately, there's another percentage that don't.
Really?
I know that because I travel, so I know that. I was shocked when I went to Chile. I was shocked that it was a lot of Haitians migrating there, a lot. And they, for the most part, I'm not saying they're St. Bernards, no, but for the most part, it's well conducted. And Brazil don't play, so
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, if you say so, man.
In Brazil, is it the locals that keep the Haitians in check, or is it the government?
think themselves. I mean, part of that generation is that boomer. That's my mother's generation because you got to remember they lived with a tyrant. So at the time when they lived with Papa Dot, they all left. So all of them migrated to Venezuela, Chile, you know, all these other different places. My mother went to the States, Boston, New York, Jersey, Trenton, all these other different places, Irvington, shit like that.
I always wanted to go to those German cities in Chile.
They're all over South America.
Yeah.
They're really nice. And Chile, that was German places.
Argentina, Uruguay.
Didn't he hop up real quick to run a diversion for Haitians?
Say it again.
You hopped up quick and ran cover for Haitians, man.
Nah, I mean, again, the country's a shit show. I'm always willing to admit that.
You threw your body in the front of a bullet, man.
Hey, that's that inner wicked came out, you know, that national
No,
pride.
yeah, my inner wicked came out. And we're gonna call it like that.
Hey man, I don't blame you. I'm a tether myself, so I get it.
But even Cuba for the most part, there's a lot of them that live in Cuba. My uncle stayed out there. You know, Fidel liked us because we worked. But you know, even in Dominican Republic, they work. You know, a lot of the Dominicans hire the Haitians because a lot of the Dominicans don't want to work. So the labor workers that fixing the construction building, you'll be surprised. There's a lot of Haitians they hire.
So y'all are like Mexicans.
Yeah, and DR basically.
Hey, I'm motherfuckers, man. We gotta believe you, man, because you know what I'm saying. You don't know the truth, man. But yeah, so all Haitians are great people, man, and they.
No. That's not correct. They're not all great. Fuck that. No, that didn't come out of my mouth. I just said a nice
A couple of them.
Good people.
A couple of them eat each other.
On both sides.
Cook their brains.
Eat the dogs. Eat the cats.
That's true. Shit like that is true. But I've been out there, so I know some of the stuff that is out there. So
Hey,
that
but is it true that they think of cats like as demonic or something like that?
No, it's just like like eating the cats and shit like that. That's just if you ain't got nothing to eat, they're like, fuck you, yo, that shit look alright. Fuck it, we gotta do it. That's just I'm being honest, but that's not every city. That's
But
certain.
cats are wild. How do you catch a cat? Like
You telling you're telling a country that been enslaved and they said enough of that shit. You think a cat's gonna really stop them?
You trap them.
The cat that we had in my house, I didn't have it. Cousins had it. That cat Leo, he was like you couldn't lay a finger on Leo, man. He'd box your ass. What the fuck?
Like I true. Like I said, I think I told it in one of the shows. Truth be told, my sister had it. She had a cat before, and she ain't know. She ain't know. She was eating it, and it was like, "Yo, that's." She was like, "What the fuck?" That was it. But my siblings was born there. I wasn't. I went there later on when I was like 18 to see it for myself. That was a little crazy, but I didn't care. I was just fearless.
So how was it?
The first time I went to the
cat. The cat. How was the cat?
Oh, her? She said it tastes like chicken, but when she
No,
found out,
I mean, come on, when you had it.
oh no, I didn't. I never had cat. I skipped that.
Know? How do you know?
How do I know? Because I never had it.
But you said your sister had it, but she didn't know.
She told me. She told me about it when I was.
So how do you know you didn't have it?
Because I wasn't there when she told me.
No, but what I'm saying, like, how do you know amongst that group who eats cats that no one ever fed you a cat?
Oh yeah. Because my sister would tell me stuff about Haiti and stuff like that. That's why it's not everyone, but
that's how you know you never ate a cat.
I never ate it.
No, I think you don't know.
I never ate a cat.
How would you know though? Think about it. How would
I know? I've had alligator. I've had duck. I've had all that stuff in Louisiana. So I've even had, squirrels and shit in Louisiana.
Oh,
so
okay, I get it.
I've done exotic shit. Don't get it
Yeah, so
twisted.
basically you're justified. Oh, okay, I get it. You're justifying eating the cat.
I'm not
I get it.
justifying it, but I went to Louisiana, so
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
Eating the squirrel is listen. Eating the squirrel is like literally worse than eating the cat, man. Come on, dog. Why would you admit to eating the squirrel? And then you too good
that
for
just
cat.
that just no. I never ate cat. It's not that I'm too good. I just never ate it.
I've
Salute
eaten squirrel.
all right, we're not gonna get the truth out of him, man. Salute to Cap. Salute to Cap One, and shout out to Doug Chunks. He says Owens doesn't have any friends. He's fat and he's stupid. Mama from Throw Mama from the Train, classic $5 challenge. Accepted. Salute. Yeah, man, that was a great movie, man. Great movie, man. That's the '80s, man. When a lot of great movies came out in the mid to late '80s, man.
Facts.
So, what a time. But
90s too.
yeah. Great time, man. For that type of stuff.
Back when you could have a sense of humor.
Yeah, simple, yeah. And it was go to the theater, man.
Good writing. Good
To
writers.
come on cable and shit. Now you got too much access to everything. It's not exclusive. Things ain't like you ever seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the fat guy, John Candy.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
his movies. All John Candy movies was great. All Steve Martin movies was great. But then you put them together, Steve Martin and John Candy. Oh my god.
I was just watching.
That's crazy, dog.
I was just watching Caddyshack.
Okay, yeah. Bill Murray.
Hey,
God.
I tried watching Caddyshack. Caddyshack is really, I don't know. It's very hard for me to get into, and I've tried like twice.
Yeah, I'm not a big Caddyshack fan, but I'm a big Bill Murray fan. And in everything that he did. What about Bob?
What
Groundhog
about Bob
Day.
was funny. Groundhog Day.
You know what I'm saying?
Groundhog Day was great.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters one.
Ghostbusters, all that shit. He was hilarious, man. You had a lot of white stars that were funny, but they weren't cucked. They were just regular white guys. Like Rick Moranis, he was fucking
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. Yeah, man. National Lampoons. Oh my God. Christmas Vacation. Randy Quaid.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin.
Randy Quaid is great. Randy
all
Quaid,
those
man, that
guys
boy
were
went full
great.
MAGA. He's like not even
Funny.
MAGA. He's on some
He's
other
super
stuff.
based.
Yeah, I know. Dude is wild.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, big time.
Like I'm talking about I bookmarked it on X. I can send it to you, but
Go ahead. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, so Randy Quaid, I guess, he started speaking out against Trump, or started speaking out for Trump, on the MAGA train. He got completely canceled and censored. And then he just went full blown, I don't know, like not giving a fuck. There was this one point where he said he had his wife sitting there, and he's basically saying, because this person that screwed me over so much, I'm about to screw him. And so I'm about to screw my wife, and I'm about to put a picture of his head on my wife's head, and I'm about to screw my wife. And he did, like in the background. It was like a 5-minute video. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It sounded crazy.
I might have heard it wrong, but anyway,
You must have went to James Wood.
Yeah, James Wood. He's the ultimate villain, man. He played a bad guy role. He's a hell of a bad guy, man. I love James Wood. He's a bad guy. Shout out to Patrick Lawrence, man. He says Little Haiti, a war zone, no way.
Who'd have thunk it?
Let's get into some of this red line.
savings and loans lend the money to buy. They build your money as well. Put your money where it fits. At the savings and loans, put your money where it fits. America.
First Federal Saving and Loan is the largest saving institution in the state of Illinois. It's got over $1 billion in assets. It's the leading saving and loan that sets the tone for the rest of the savings and loans that will not give us money for our neighborhoods, okay? The saving and loan industry has got to take us seriously. We are not kidding around. It's a matter of life and death for our neighborhoods. We are through kidding around. This is war.
And this is a report on that war, the people against redlining. We'll check tonight on how the battle goes in several American cities. Your own neighborhood could be the next front line. I'm Bill Moyers.
Still sound like a brother.
So
Since
these
the
are the people to
1930s,
blame.
billions of dollars have been spent on housing programs in American cities. The housing gets worse, the middle class keeps moving out, the cities continue to disintegrate. There are many complex reasons for it, of course, but many people say one reason the
Many
spiral downward
complex reasons.
continues is a practice called redlining. Recently, it's come to public attention all over the country. 2 years ago, my colleague Howard Weinberg and I went to Chicago to produce the first national television program about redlining. We'll begin this evening with some of the highlights of that film, explaining what redlining is, how it works, and what some people are doing to fight it. This neighborhood is obsolete. The people who live here don't think so, but some of the banks and savings and loan associations do. They stopped lending money because they believe the community is deteriorating and the risk is too great. But without money to improve people's homes or to give them a chance to buy another, the decay speeds up and the fear becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. In this and similar neighborhoods in Chicago, people accuse the savings and loan associations and the banks of redlining. Redlining means an entire geographic area can be declared unsuitable for conventional loans and mortgages. A red line, in effect, drawn like a noose around a neighborhood until, for want of good housing, the working and middle classes are driven to the suburbs and the neighborhood is left to the very poor. A side effect of redlining is something called disinvestment. You probably haven't heard of that term before. I hadn't until I came here. Disinvestment is a process of collecting deposits in one neighborhood and investing them somewhere else. The lending agents say it's necessary to spread the risk, but it leaves a neighborhood like this shorn of capital and hope, gasping for its very life. The people who can afford to move on, and that's what the savings and loan associations would like to do. After they've helped to build up the suburbs and make them affluent and attractive, they want to move there too, or at least to open a suburban branch. Only then does it...
Wow. So he basically just admitted that when the white people move, the niggas want to follow. That's crazy.
And the yards are all cleaned up and there's no trash anywhere. Looks like a nice neighborhood at this point. Fat grandma out there raking the yards up in their little square foot of yard.
Yeah, they're blaming the bank policy for the neighborhood degenerating. It's like, come on, give me a break.
An old neighborhood like this, discover where its money is gone. But by then, it's too late. Gail Sincata has lived in this South Austin house for the past 8 years and in the area for 22 years. She's seen her block change from white to black, and she's watched the conventional moneylenders flee with the middle class. But Gail Sincata has no intention of moving. In Chicago, she is a key figure in a loose coalition of organizations fighting to preserve the stability of their inner city neighborhood.
Well, this is one of the FHA abandoned homes that, you can see that you're going to be losing this one. We lost two down the block. We lost another 2 flat, a couple doors down from where I live, just like the one I live in.
Well, how does this happen?
The people buy the home think that it's a good home because it says FHA, government insured, but it only protects the money interest. So the people with lower down payment buy a home. It could be in bad shape, therefore you don't have enough money to keep it up. They lose their home, they lose their credit reference. We lose the home on the block, and the mortgage banker makes a lot of money. And the regular banker, he couldn't care less. He just redlined the whole area. It doesn't do anything.
Is this whole block here FHA?
The whole community, all of it's FHA. It's no conventional money for either mortgages, rehabilitation loans on the business trips. You can't get business loans.
And Gail Sincata believes that's why communities die. She's seen it happen in the neighborhood where she grew up, Garfield Park, where this once fashionable hotel stands like an oversized gravestone among decaying houses and apartments. Well, surely it died for reasons more than the indifference of savings and loan and the fact that a bank moved out.
The banks make a decision way ahead of time. They redline and cut off money to a community, and they make the thing happen. It's a longer process. It isn't like instantly overnight. They maybe make a decision 10, 15 years ago to slow down on how many loans they give, but they still take money in from the community, and then they move out. This used to be a savings and loan association. Now it's a funeral home. We're at 5300 West. Madison Street is the east and west dividing line in the city. We lost a big bank at Kedzie and Madison, 3200.
Ah,
We
hold
lost
on.
the bank at 4800 Madison.
You got to see the irony in it becoming a funeral home. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Think all the money
Oh,
you
the
save on
deaths went up.
transportation.
I think she's such a liberal, she doesn't realize it. She's trying to be nice. So this is the problem. They've always been around, these liberals.
Yeah, white liberals have been around for a while, but yeah, I mean, I could see the neighborhood turning black in a funeral home popping up. Like, makes
Hey, it
sense.
Just
makes
so happened to
sense.
be the
It makes
bank.
sense. Yeah. No different than the Wild Wild West, you know. It's like the Undertaker, man.
You go where you
He was
want it,
always in
man.
business. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Go where you want it. Wow, this is crazy. Oh man. So it's the bank's fault. It's the bank's fault that the white people, after they leave, the black people come in, and then the neighborhood gets fucked up.
Crash the houses, and it's the bank's fault after they were given a chance
Jeez.
when they shouldn't have probably been given a chance.
I'm telling you, man.
To be fair, they are just kind of blaming the juice crew at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. At the end of the day, the bankers. Um, wow.
Say that 3 times and fish will jump on.
Jeez.
You know, it's wild. Juice Crew funds so-called black banks. So it's hilarious.
Well, who else is going to fund it? Well, then again, the Gliders would fund it too, I imagine.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Oh, and I shared my fault. I shared on Twitter. I shared that Randy Quaid video I was talking about with you.
Okay. Good. Everybody, I would hope that everybody's got kicked, man. Press 1 if you got kicked, man. Press 1 if you got kicked. If you subscribed, following Ock Nation News on Kick. Press 1. Because we trying to look at some of these elderly people getting the shit kicked out of them videos, man. They ain't gonna be able to do that here, man. Unfortunately. But I can hold off till tomorrow, man. and give people a day to get kicked, man. Make sure y'all get kicked, man. Join Kick, man. It's a good platform. It's way better than fucking Rumble. Kick is like 1,000 times better than Rumble. Would you guys say that? Have you guys been over to Kick?
I'm on Kick now.
Yeah, I made a kick.
What do you?
Yeah,
How does it compare to Rumble?
Rumble, I
Yeah,
It's
couldn't,
like
I
all
couldn't get
live
on the link.
streams.
Yeah, I
yeah.
couldn't get
Kick
on
is
the live stream late. Sorry about that.
yeah. It seems like Kick is for like um
I'm talking
the
about the
millennials.
interface. I'm just talking about the
Oh,
interface, like how you interface on it.
oh, I wouldn't.
Like is like Rumble is kind of like archaic and like you know what I'm saying, and like rudimentary. If to me, this one it's like you can do everything you can do on any other site.
Yeah, you could almost do it.
you
Yeah,
can't swear on Kick either, though. You can't type
Yeah,
and
what?
swear.
You still can't swear on Kick?
No,
I see all types of fucking curse words in the chat right now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But,
Kick just doesn't like they just don't like hard R's and the F word, I imagine.
oh, okay. Yeah, but you can mods, you can super chat, you can everything, emojis, all that stuff um over there. Um
I'm also completely
Hey,
computer illiterate.
yeah,
hey,
that's true.
Ak, Aldous Orwell has been trying to get into the panel for
Is
quite a
he?
while now.
Why you ain't tell me? Where is he? He's in
We
the
don't
back?
know.
I don't think he's in the back because he hasn't sent a
Yeah, he's
message.
not in the back. You're not in the back, Aldous Orwell. Aldous Orwell,
I've
you're
been
not
trying
in
to
the
help
back.
him, but
I gave you the StreamYard link, man. Let me put it in the chat again.
that's the blind leading the blind with me trying to help somebody.
No, that's not the StreamYard link. That's the fucking
X-Link.
oh shit. That's the X link. My bad. I think I might have put that in the description box by accident. My bad. I stay over here and let you come up, man. Um, come on up. My bad. Let me see something. Uh, let's see. Yeah, that shit. That red line. Yeah, oh yeah, I put the wrong link in there. Damn, that's crazy. Um, yeah, link is in the description box, man.
It's in the chat too.
Yeah, you should be able to come up now, man. Um, yeah, but everybody make sure you get kicked. The link is in the description box. The kick link is in the description box. I'm gonna put it in the pinned comment. I'm gonna change the pinned comment, man. For now, man. Unpin. Uh, I'm gonna put the kick stream link in the pinned comment in the chat. There we go. And then let me in this poll. Uh, yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. There we go. All right. So yeah, these that redlining, that's oh shit. What the fuck?
The tower at Grant Park is a favorite place for boys to hustle. They come here expecting to be picked up by men. We arrived at noon one day, and when we turned on our camera, men and boys came running down the stairs.
Hold on, what? Atlanta always been gay? What the fuck?
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy.
Oh, she
This
said
is
boys.
Atlanta, 1980. Wow, that's crazy, man. I had no idea, man. I had no idea it been gay, always been gay like this down there.
The tower at Grant Park is a favorite place for boys to hustle. They come here expecting to be picked up by men. We arrived at noon one day, and when we turned on our camera, men and boys came running down the stairs.
Yo, what the fuck?
It was San Francisco of the South. Jeez.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Sure
It
looks
makes a
like
lot of
it.
sense. I
A lot of
remember that serial killing case that happened in
Atlanta
Atlanta.
child murders. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know they tried to say a white person did it now.
of course they did. Yeah,
Yeah. Even though the dude admitted he went to jail for a while, they tried to say that um he innocent and it was really white people doing it.
Yo, stop, look, and he participate in the reorganizing of the lyricists. Decide the category I fall into. When I'm on the venue, I tend to serve a delicacy, fella. Peep what's on the menu, the slept on.
Within the past 15 months, 15 Atlanta children have disappeared. 11 have been found dead. 4 are still missing. Several of those children have been described by friends and neighbors as streetwise, street kids. We began to wonder just what that means, and Barbara Nevins went out to find out.
And find out I did, Pam. A street kid lives by his or her wits. Street kids try to make it without the help of adults. It is 11:15 on a Monday morning, a school day. 8-year-old Robert isn't in school. He's searching the trash for bottles that he will redeem for pennies.
I'm trying to make enough money so we can get out of here. It's bad living here.
Where would you rather live?
Like below 5 Points or somewhere else. Just get out of Techwood.
Are you trying to take care of your mom?
Yeah.
Does she know you're trying to take care of her?
Yes.
What is she doing?
She's trying to sleep while I work. Try to earn up enough money for us to move.
Robert is a street kid, a child who has been in and out of foster homes and is certain that he can take care of himself and his mother. His is not a rosy childhood. The other kids in your school have to work like you do?
No, they play all the time.
No one affiliated with the juvenile court or the Fulton County Social Service Agency that tries to help kids like Robert could begin to estimate the number of street kids in Atlanta. To get an idea for ourselves, we walked around Atlanta neighborhoods, different sections of the city. Within 2 hours on a school day, we found 7 kids, black and white, between the ages of 8 and 17, hanging out in the street. Our discovery came as no surprise to Betty Manley, a counselor who left Fulton County Juvenile Court, frustrated after 9 years.
As our caseloads became so large that at times I didn't even feel I could put a Band-Aid on the problem. You had 1 month I saw 80 families, maybe 20 minutes of family. But in the last 2 or 3 years, I've seen the street child become 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. Before that, I was seeing 13 and up. And you get an 8 or a 9-year-old that begins at that young age to be very streetwise, very knowledgeable, being able to fend for themselves. And God help us when they get 16.
Carlton is not yet 16. It's 11:05 in the evening, and there is an 11 o'clock curfew in Atlanta. Carlton
normal?
has just left the movies. He is miles away from his house,
We got a
yet he
live
is
one
walking
out.
home. Why aren't you afraid?
Walking. I've been doing it a long time, walking the street, staying out late. Don't worry me nothing.
So if you a street kid in Atlanta, it's a good chance you was taking.
That nigga looks like Al Green. Looks like Al Green's bastard child.
Oh,
We got a live one out.
Yeah, man. What the fuck is that, man?
Damn, you can tell from the side picture that's Al. That looks like Al. It's like just some sun man from the 70s. Sun team.
Since he was a very little boy, Carlton has lived in foster homes. His typical street kid curiosity repeatedly led him away from those homes, from adult supervision.
Most of the time, if you see him on the street, I follow on the run, follow, ran away, or just walking.
Why don't you stay put?
Had to find out where everybody was, I guess.
There seems to be little anyone can do to contain a kid like Carlton.
These are children who are rejects or push-outs from school. That's on the one hand. And on the other hand, come from families who are not as, do not keep as close a surveillance over their children as other populations might.
Because most come from single-parent homes that are loosely structured, school is the only institution in their lives. Yet street kids don't go to school regularly. Some drop out formally. Others are eventually dropped from the roster when they don't show up.
KB.
1,151.
Yeah, where's their white privilege?
Where they at now, though? You don't see no glider like street kids in Atlanta now. All them stories we did on the Water Boys and shit. Not the Water. That's the Water Boys, right? Yeah, that's the Water Boys.
Water Boys, I thought
Never
was
seen
Baltimore.
a white kid. Never seen a white kid. Now the squeegee kids of Baltimore. The Water Boys.
Oh, my bad. I got
Clearly-
confused.
Clearly, the gliders, they got the memo.
They got the fuck out of here, huh?
Kids were considered dropouts by the Atlanta public school system in 1980 because of non-attendance. Total dropouts in Atlanta for the year numbered 1,733. Once a kid drops out, there's not much for him to do.
I just hang out, nothing else to do. Sit in the house, bored, watch TV.
Picked up by fucking grown men to do God knows what. That's crazy.
That's boring. Sleeping, that's boring.
These Cabbagetown boys are dropouts who still live at home. They spend most of their time wandering, day and night. Others, like this 16-year-old, move away from home and get a job.
If you can get out in this world, when you're young and see what it's like, you might know how to defend yourself when you get a lot older. Like, say, 23 or 24 and stuff like that,
It's unusual for a street kid to have a legitimate job. Most steal and hustle and are in and out of juvenile court. Some are loners. Others are exploited by adults, sent out to prostitute or to steal. Some band together. A group of wild children live with one adult in a house facing Grant Park. From there, they yell at passing cars and pick up men who pay for marijuana or glue so that they can get high.
Well, sometimes, when I'm desperate for some reefer or something, I might steal something.
You only steal when you're desperate?
Yeah.
Tell me what it's like when you're desperate.
I don't know, just desperate. Want something real bad. And you want it so bad, you want to take it from somebody else.
This 15 and 16-year-old live in another section of Grant Park. They have their hustling routines neatly worked out.
Me and him both go up to the car, and we tell him, he asks me to go off with him. And I say, how much do you pay? He goes, how much do you want? And sometimes I say 15 or 20. And he say, well, get in. I say, well, will you let him hold half the money while I go? And he goes, sometimes they say, well, sure. And some of them say, nah, I'll give you the money when you get back. I say, well, go on then.
And the ones that say sure, he takes the money and you both run away?
Mm-hmm.
The tower at Grant Park is a favorite place for boys to hustle. They come here expecting to be picked up by men. We arrived at noon one day, and when we turned on our camera, men and boys came running down the stairs.
That's Al Green, man.
Why you don't want to talk to us?
That's Al Green, man. I can tell by the hairstyle, man.
Well, Lord Al Green just gave up that booty.
Such a unique hairstyle back then. Why you don't want to talk to us? That's all I want to see my picture.
We don't want to chase you away. At first, this 16-year-old didn't want to talk to us, but when we agreed not to show his face, he changed his mind. And what'd you do up there?
I watch other people do stuff.
What kind of stuff were they doing?
Having sex.
Men having sex with other men?
Of course.
What about you?
No, I never tried.
Now, you came down with that man. Were you having sex with him?
No.
Did he ask you to...
Told you.
Wow.
Yo, all them old school news reporters was wicked, yo. They had no cut cards.
Were you humping him? Because you smell like doo-doo.
Right.
Scrupulous.
Jesus Christ.
That's why he came down there like that.
She literally walked up in the spot and started asking the questions that everybody would have asked. Like,
And what's worse, being a dude bunny or a gay dude or watching gay dudes? What's worse?
right, or being in the spot. So
All
you just
the
in the
above.
spot.
You just like to watch gay dudes. Oh, okay.
You might as well listen. You might as well be doing something. If you gonna be over there, they go.
Man, listen to how he was talking.
Oh man, wow.
Oh my God.
Think about it. If they catch you over there, they gonna say you gay. So you might as well have some fun while you over there, nigga. God
Might as
damn.
well make a couple dollars.
He could have at least been like, "Oh, I was gonna buy some drugs."
Oh
man. Yeah, I know. No, he's just like, no, they having sex.
Yeah. If the news knows that about this spot, all of the streets know, man. The streets know this the spot, so he can't. She ain't even. They ain't even do a good job of like disguising him. If people
not at all.
Why you don't want to talk to us? That's all I want to see my picture.
We don't want to chase you away. At first, this 16-year-old didn't want to talk to us, but when we agreed not to show his face, he changed his mind. And what'd you do up there?
I watch other people do stuff.
What kind of stuff were they doing?
Having sex.
Men having sex with other men?
Of course.
What about you?
No, I never tried.
Now, you came down with that man. Were you having sex with him?
No.
Did he ask you to go up there with him?
I was already up there.
Yo, you heard how he said it? He said,
"I'm
toast. I'm toast."
Oh yeah, he's sweet as Granny's tea.
Yo, this is crazy, yo. Wow.
Yeah.
So these
And
are
where
the
do you
guys
find
that
this, Hawk?
the gays. This is Hezekiah. These are the guys that go to be the gay. And listen, man, you don't get this nowhere, man. Make sure y'all take the $5-10 challenge, man. Support the channel. Stop acting like you go to every channel and get this type of stuff, man. You don't get nothing close to this at any of them other channels, man. No, you don't get nothing close to this. No information about what's going on, man. I learn stuff every day. I didn't know this, man. This is the people. This is 1980, so he would be, let's just say 1995. He would be 30. That sounds about right. what we know about Atlanta. Yeah, he would have been 30 in the mid 90s. That's when Atlanta was like the gay capital of Black America or of the world.
Oh, he's dead by then. AIDS come out.
Well, maybe today he's the one doing the picking up. He's riding by the tower in his car.
This guy's he's 60. This guy's 60, man. He's 60 something if he's still alive.
Isn't that who does it?
Yeah.
Those are creepy old dudes.
Oh, he's long gone, man. He was going bareback in the 70s and 80s. He's got the big A.
True.
Jesus. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you got to remember, everybody doesn't die. It's like the streets. Like everybody doesn't get murdered. Everybody doesn't go to prison. Just like this shit, everybody doesn't die.
Yeah, what year was this?
1980.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the AIDS epidemic, it kicked on real strong in like 82.
Yeah, if the AIDS didn't kill him, the medicine for it did.
Yeah, I was about to say the medicine definitely
up there though.
And with white folks, you could get that. You could tell because they get them brown spots. Do black folks get white spots? How does that work? They get AIDS. Do they get no spots? Do they get darker spots?
You said brown spots?
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't know that.
He talking about like how Tom Hanks looked in Philadelphia. So do they?
Yeah.
How do?
Lesions.
Yeah.
You talking about lesions?
Yeah, they get them brown spots. That's what.
That's what
Who
he's
was
talking
that
about.
actor guy? That big actor that came out as a fruit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about. You say he said
Brad Pitt.
You know, white person. Now I'm thinking about the white people. And I'm looking at. I don't know. White people have a lot of white people be freckly though. Like
Yeah, it's like freckles but bigger.
Like a lot of white people
That's
have
the gingers.
But he's trying to say like
Rock
you seen Philadelphia, right? So he's trying to say like
yeah, but
that.
that's a movie though. That's a movie.
No, that's how it is. That's Rock Hudson. He got all them big brown spots on him.
Okay.
That's how it came out to the ears of fact. Was he died of AIDS?
Okay, well this guy right here, he said he was already up there. Wow.
No. Did he ask you to go up there with him?
I was already up there.
Why did you decide to go up there?
I came with some friends.
If we can find these kids so easily, why can't the juvenile authority?
Yeah, he sure did come with some
Oh
friends.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Pause.
Jesus Christ.
The school systems and the police. The fact is, they can find the children. But when they do, what can they do for them?
But to be honest, we try to track them down, but you begin to get into a bit of a conflict with your conscience and with your ethics of how many times do you track down a child and bring him back when you have nothing to offer him? Or you know you have nothing to offer that the child will accept. And each time maybe you bring him back, you further disillusion the child, and maybe you do more damage.
There doesn't seem to be a consensus about what to do to help street kids. Most of the suggestions are expensive, like putting a social worker into every school to spot kids with problems. Another idea is to set up drop-in centers in every community. When a kid feels he has to be free, he has a place to go. There is one proposed solution that doesn't cost much. It's a community watch, a network of people who care about their neighborhood and their neighborhood children. But in every neighborhood we visited, there were adults watching kids cut school, act out, shoot dice, and prostitute. No one who knew what these kids were doing moved to stop them.
That is just heartbreaking.
Wow.
This is the most heartbreaking story that I have ever done. It was so moving and so affecting to talk to these kids and to realize that I could do nothing.
Look at how like crazy the set looked. The set looks bananas, man. Like they thought that looked good.
And this is the most disturbing thing she's ever seen. If this lady is still reporting now, I bet she looks back and goes, man, that was nothing.
Right. Wow.
A bunch of sissies on a tower versus a baby getting her head blowed off.
Yeah. Sissies. Yes, they used to call them sissies, man. That's crazy.
Fuck, I'm old.
This guy, what's his name? What's the guy's name that was? Is this Aldous? I hope that wasn't Aldous.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties
That
here.
was
I'm not sure what the problem is.
he was wilding, man. He came in hot. He came in flaming.
Pause.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right. Man.
Slow your roll.
Speaking of flaming.
If you believe the police, the underworld.
Jeez, he came out there.
Oh, we all look alike too. I mean, that dude you said looked like Christy Teigs or whoever the hell it was. That redhead.
Oh yeah, you talking about Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I couldn't gouge both eyes out with a stick hard enough to make him look like Michelle Pfeiffer, but
He had potential, man. Jeez. Oh man.
oh, and Dick Tow's in the chat.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Good to know he's still with us.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. Whew.
Dangerous. It was like Grand Theft Auto, the video game. You could just jump in anybody's car.
Imagine sitting in your car watching a police foot chase when an officer decides to jump inside your vehicle. This happened to one Mid-South man while police were searching for a suspect in Whitehaven Thursday morning.
Tonight only on Fox 13, he is sharing what it's like to be thrown into the middle of chaos. Fox 13's Sierra Jordan has the story.
A man living inside of this apartment complex right behind me was shocked when a Memphis police officer jumped inside of his car to catch a suspect. And he told me he used his cell phone to capture those moments.
What's going on?
Caleb Richardson told Fox 13 he was leaving Bridgeport Manor Apartments in Whitehaven Thursday morning when a police officer hopped into his car during a chase.
It's Grand Theft Auto. They jumping over everything. They are climbing.
Memphis police say they were looking for 31-year-old Christopher Green, wanted for theft of property, vandalism, and several other charges. Richardson says he saw officers chasing Green through the apartment complex. Before leaving the complex, he grabbed his phone and started recording.
I just seen multiple of them pulling up, and they was getting tired. I think agility training is definitely in need.
But what happened next shocked Richardson as one of the officers with the fugitive task force approached his car.
He just looked and he just came and got in. It wasn't no, hey, let me borrow that joint. Hey, excuse me, sir, can I? No, it wasn't none of that. It wasn't no time.
Jumped in the car.
It wasn't no time like that. He came and got in the car.
But they didn't go far. Richardson says the officer told him to drive. However, he says it only lasted for less than a minute.
He just go move on some go that way. Go. Hey, this is your stop here. I was finna go this way anyway.
His brother, Courtney Quinn, was nearby and saw the chase.
No, I didn't like that. It scared the crap out of me. I think the officer should have did his job and not brought him into it.
Police say the officer didn't break any rules by hopping into a civilian's car during the chase, but Richardson believes it puts innocent lives at risk and could have ended in tragedy.
It was unexpected. You should never have to feel like you're in danger like that. I didn't want to be in the situation. You get what I'm saying?
That's why he sat there filming it.
No arrests have been made, but the investigation.
I thought that was only in movies where they commandeer your vehicle.
Like Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they can do that.
Movies.
Yeah, he was better off just taking the car, just tell the kid get the hell out.
Yeah, that's what they do in the movies. They're like, I need you to They run up and just take the car. This is crazy. He told the dude to drive. That's like
Yeah,
kidnapping.
that's his one chance to drive like a complete shithead and just fly down the street and not get in trouble. He was thrilled. Act like his feelings were hurt.
Facts.
That's what you don't know what you're getting into. It's probably the unknown. Like you don't know if they're chasing a fucking guy with a gun that might shoot at the cops or some shit. You don't know who. At least give me a rundown on the suspect.
Well, he saw he was a tarantula head, and he was like, "This kid's been in combat. Let's go."
Yeah. That's
And this
I
is
gotta
all in
tell Daniel
hindsight in front of the camera. You know,
I
in the
gotta tell
moment, he
Daniel
was
to
like,
cut
it's
his hair.
lit.
I gotta tell my son to cut his hair. Oh man.
And change his name if it's Jarquavius or whatever.
Nah, he got a simple name, Daniel. That's it, man.
There you go. He'll make it.
That's good.
And for God's sakes, don't let him be funny.
Nah, he's a good kid.
That's hilarious.
Or the life of the party.
Yeah, he made everybody laugh.
Nah, he definitely listen. I've been having my son listen to Ox since he was, how old is Daniel now? 14? Probably since he was 12 or 11.
Texas, law enforcement officers were summoned to the local Walmart in response to a reported theft in progress. Asset protection agents on the ground observed 4 female shoplifting suspects concealing items within a purse. The police made contact with asset protection in the command and control center and proceeded to await the suspect's departure from the store.
Who are y'all bringing in? The turquoise for sure, the dark blue one, and then the brown one for sure. Someone giving her the stuff from electronics. Just not the redhead. Yeah, the redhead actually paid for her stuff. Dang, $446, 2 greens.
So this is the bag that has everything in it?
Yeah, her, and her. The reference only has paid for her item.
So she's wearing the thing that
Yeah.
she took.
And then the one that she put on is that gray one that she has her holding, and that's not paid for either.
What, the bodysuit thing?
No, it's like a cardigan, like how that blue one is. It's just like that one's just gray.
And where is that?
The turquoise girl's holding it in her arm, but
Oh,
she
okay.
had took it off the hanger and put it on her.
200. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think her car's going through.
Wait till you see how these girls are dressed.
Another customer. Almost Antoine.
Just look at the colors.
Almost looking for one last
If I saw my daughter wearing these clothes, I would burn everything in her fucking room. I swear I would.
Check out right now.
I thought these were supposed to be
Intercepted.
For what?
For what?
I'll pay for merchandise.
You paid for what?
I paid for
Yeah.
See, there's have a seat or put your handcuffs. You
That's
too.
my daughter, so I have to do it.
Yeah,
That's
bitch,
my
you
daughter
see?
under age 17. I have to do it.
Must have put it in their coochies.
So they won't tell you? 73?
Have a seat.
Here go my phone.
In the back.
What you see in my bag for? Here go, I paid for this. I'm not giving you my bag. And my
Give me the bag. First of all, cooperate with the police right now.
I did all these stuff. And I paid for this lighter. We know you. Yeah, but we need to see what a sweater. I don't have nothing. I'm naked. The gray sweater and then everything that's in her bag.
You're naked.
So why you call me then? Because you're the one that put the gray sweater on and handed it to her.
I took the gray sweater off. Y'all can run the cameras back. I took it off and I put it right there. She picked it up.
What's in the bag?
Oh, they snitching already.
Cosmetics and the forward camera. And
Who, me?
Oh, okay. Because I didn't consider anything.
No, you're wearing
you
it.
see, I didn't
I
walk
paid
out the
for
door
it.
with anything.
Where's the receipt for it?
I had it printed off to my phone. You can ask the lady at the register.
So you have it on your phone then?
Yeah, but this not the phone that it was printed to. It's the 693 number. You can go to your register and check it. This is a 453 number. I have 2
The big
receipts.
lighter and
I
the
came.
fresh, which is the big lighter and the
I
fresh
came to the
drink.
register twice.
We'll pull up the receipt for the card
Okay.
again. Can we see your receipt real quick?
I wasn't even called inside here, but this is my daughter. She's underage. She's 17.
Okay. So here's
this
the
is my daughter also.
Okay. So here's the reason why she's in here as well. She was over there selecting the camera, the Polaroid camera and stuff. And when she was selecting it, she gave it to her. They were all walking around together while she was taking the spider wrap off. They were in front of her taking the spider wrap off.
Who's they?
Then she goes over there to the apparel department and starts concealing the stuff. So that's why she's in here too, because she selected everything and was giving it to her too. Where's the other guy here?
I don't have no other guy. My stuff
So this is everything that's not being for this is what she was selecting for her to conceal.
I didn't know about cash bag.
It's all on video.
Both times.
And then this is what she started to conceal over there. So we'll get a receipt for all of this, and then we'll figure out about your sweater.
Okay.
This is the sweater right here. Thank you. And the lighters.
This is a very amicable, peaceful shoplifting arrest.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Like, salute to these hoochie mamas, man, for not making it difficult.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Actually cooperating. That's crazy.
They felt like, fuck it. They got caught. Might as well wave the white flag.
Yeah.
And the older one snitched immediately. She's like, "Oh, that one took
She's going to
it."
be transported to the Humboldt jail. I'll have to send the charges to the DA. Once they get to it, it can take anywhere from 6 to 12 hours to do, though. Okay, so now if she doesn't have any history and all that, and she qualifies for a like $100 bond, okay, now she qualifies for what's called a two trip. Okay, it's kind of an involved process. It involves going downtown, paying the bond, which is like $100, and some like a $15 surcharge or whatever. They will give you a piece of paper. You bring it to the Humboldt jail. She signs it. You get a thumbprint. You have to take it back downtown, and they will give you a release paperwork. Then you come back to the Humboldt jail, and then I release her there at that point. But for any reason, be it history or whatever, they deny, then she'll have to be transported downtown, and she'll have to see a judge before bond is set. Okay, and how soon is like I said, this can take anywhere. Well, if it's denied, like I said, it can take 6 to 8 hours before we'll know that, and then she'll get transported, and then she will have to call you. I don't know what their timetable is down there.
Okay, and can she make calls to out of state number?
I would imagine so. Okay, but yeah, we'll grab her cell phone. Yeah, we'll continue. You're being cited for that. You have to contact or appear before the court, which is the City of Humboldt Municipal. It's right there on the exit.
Okay. How long is it going to take y'all to book her?
Well, like I told your mom, it's going to be before the charges come back. It could be 6 to 8 hours before we know more.
Wow. That was good. Shout out to those hoochie mamas, man. They did, just for the look of them, I thought it was going to be a big problem. But
Well, they brought him into the tech room with the cameras, so they probably got the hint.
Well, and dressed like a neon candy cane to blend in too. That's
right.
Nobody's going to look at you that way.
Salute to Douglas Chunks, man. He said, on the side note, I still haven't forgiven Ock for comparing Psycho Ginger to Glider Goddess Michelle Pfeiffer.
And what is it about Michelle Pfeiffer? I don't get it.
I was just talking about the shape of his face, and you know what I'm saying, the fact that, you know, he's going in there with those charges. You know, it's gonna be rough. He's gonna have a rough time as a white guy. And
I remember back when Brown Sugar was on here, and she was kind of like talking about when she worked as an inmate, or not as a correctional officer, I think. And she was talking about how the white COs would just be preyed on by the sun inmates. But I mean, it's a thing. I don't know what it is.
Well, if they ever snap and beat the shit out of somebody, they're out of a job. There's that.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys?
Thanks,
salute to the nation.
Same black time, same black channel. Oh. subscribe.
Good night, everybody.